to Monday Night Fire Shrike. We are going to start with a let's go ahead and start with like a scene. And we've got like this we get this ship. It looks like, maybe a freighter class of some rather large ship, and it's moving through space, and we kind of get a cut into the scene, and we see there's a Yisekai on the bridge of the ship, and he's kind of sitting in the captain's chair. He's got a crew around him. He's like, so you got to be careful around these parts, huh? You never know who we're gonna run into. You got to keep these lines running. Got to make sure this shipment gets in on time. You know, they there's going to be a bonus if we make this shipment in on time. If we don't, well, no bonus. And no bonus means, no vacation. I'd like to take a vacation. I don't know about you guys, but, a little vacation would be nice. But, you know, you do what you got to do, but make sure you're keeping an eye out because there's all kinds of nasty shit around here. Pirates, Hell Knights, fucking weirdos. I don't know what to tell you. And so maybe somebody on the sensors, or maybe somebody at one of the terminals calls over his shoulder. He's like, Captain, picking up on something on the sensors. He's like, bring it on screen, and we get to and we see we see the guy on the terminal like tapping away for a minute, and we see like the screen flicker, and right before the image pops up, we cut and we see like this captain looking real intently at the screen, and we fade away and we get the Fire Shrike logo, and we go back to the bridge of another ship. We go back to the bridge of the Fire Shrike. Actually, we go to the bridge of the Blue Ember because that's going to be right where Captain Volvetto is in. And just out of curiosity, who was who's there? Like, you guys just got paid. Who was part of like who dealt with the actual like transferring of goods and stuff? Like, who was it that took care of the business end of, okay, here's the guns, here's the credits, who's reporting into Commodore Zai at this moment?
Oh, probably Slav, wouldn't it?
Oh, I don't think that we'd put Slef on a diplomatic mission.
Oh, okay.
Remember, we're selling guns to bad people. Slef doesn't exactly have a excellent charisma.
I see. Not
At
me,
least
because
not
I'm
in
still
those matters.
disoriented. But I'm there.
No, honestly, I probably would have went, which means it would have been Nahir and
Slef probably would have went if like you needed like as like yeah, here's the specs of these guns. I'm very proud of them, kind of thing.
Well, Nahir would have gone as security.
I have a pretty high diplomacy, so.
Balu, that was the other one. Do you want to come too, Ezzy?
Sure, I'll come with.
All right, so that sounds good.
Well, I mean, the deal is done at this point. I'm just seeing who is reporting into the Commodore. The last crates are off or whatever. I mean, would Slef have been watching the inventory as
would probably be
offloading,
Slef.
or would it have been like? I mean, Nahir probably would have been there for security reasons and whatnot, but yeah. So maybe we get like Ezzy, Slef, and Zai on the bridge, and Slef, this is like you've just come to tell him, hey, the last of the cargo's offloaded. Mm-hmm. Maybe Ezzy, you just got the balance transfer, or the balance transfer's done minus the percentage cuts and what have you.
Right.
So like you both have something to report in. Let's start with that. And how does this conversation go down?
Who am I reporting to? Is that going to be Zai or?
Yeah, probably
okay.
Zai. I mean,
correct. That is correct. You should report to me. I am the Commodore.
That is true. Captain, so, we got everything unloaded. Looks like everything went down just fine with the deal. Nothing too crazy going on here.
Oh, that's good. That's good. So make sure everybody gets the original amount they put in back, and then put the rest in party treasure.
The total,
Sounds good.
the total
I
that we've
think-
gotten, Captain, is 10,329 credits after we sent off everything that we needed to.
Hey, James,
Good.
by the
I'm
way,
sure
thank
James
you
will
for
love
doing
that.
that math.
Yep, I did it right before stream in a very hurried frenzy.
Good job.
We
We,
We had fun with it.
I'll say we sold grenades because they're easy to make. And,
Okay. Well, we
they're
thought we
as
sold
well as-
rifles, but either way,
Oh, yeah, no, we sold rifles. You're right. We sold
Yeah.
rifles.
selling
next
rifle.
time. But yeah, so I was thinking we need to get out of core space, get back to the cluster, and get this run with Bettina over with, because it'll be one less person we owe favors to. But we're going to have to check in with her because she should have a better idea of where her ship is. The real
Yeah.
problem, actually, that's something I want to talk over with all the captains. So I send out a message. Everybody meet on the Blue Ember so we can discuss our strategy.
All right.
So everybody
Yeah.
gets their comms noise. Do, 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 do.
I know that's Power Rangers, but every time I hear it, I think Kim Possible.
I mean,
Right?
I'm on the
Funnier,
bridge
actually.
with you on the
That's
Blue
true.
Ember.
Go down to the mess hall. There's more room.
With my badass cape.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
Because
I mentioned
as he
the
does
cape.
have that new cape, he's so proud of.
So fancy.
I look like a fucking pirate, a dread pirate now.
Hey, you know that I can turn that once we get some money. I can turn that into a grandmother's cloak.
Oh boy.
Did he just call me a grandmother?
I mean,
No, grandmother's cloaks give you invisibility. I don't want to hear it.
Oh, invisible healers. Those are actually probably a good idea. The team healer is now invisible. Good luck finding me.
They call it a grandmother's cloak because nobody visits her in the home.
Oh Lord.
the
That's why
fuck?
she made it so she could go to Disney
What
World.
the?
So yeah, do you guys get the call? Like, do you go just by yourselves, or do you take like your second in commands with you, or what? How do you do this? Like, is this just a meeting for like the captains, or is this a meeting for the general crew?
It could be either, but
Well, that's your call. I mean, yes, it could be either. What do you want it to be?
no. Not all the PCs are captains, and therein lies that problem. So let's just make it a general, but the captains need to be there. Everyone else can just be there if they want to be.
Right.
Then, if anyone has some important stuff to do in engineering or wherever they're at, they can do that. But the captains need to be there for sure.
Yeah, well, I'm captain. Okay, never mind.
You're a captain.
I was gonna say I want to be there anyway because I think I'm probably at this point just kind of reaching for some normalcy that I'm used to. But if I'm captain and be there, I'll be there anyway, so it doesn't matter.
All right, but anyway, we all get there. So we're gonna head back to the cluster. We're gonna do this job for Bettina. The problem I have with it is she still thinks that we're heartless terrorists that just kill people for no reason. I turn and look at Sleth, and then I go back to what I was doing, and but since Planet Zai is off the board as a fucking place to take these people, I want some ideas thrown around about what we could possibly do so we don't have to just kill. How many people was it? 12?
Well, it's you don't know exactly.
Well, we got the specs for the ship, right? So what's its maximum crew load?
It's max. You didn't get the full specs, but you got the classification. It's 20 max crew of 20 people.
So, assuming that it has an entirely full crew and no extras somewhere, that's
Yeah.
20 people. I mean, I suppose we could run background checks on all of them, but I bet we find out they're all just regular dudes or dudettes.
So, hear me out. We
Well,
build a box.
What?
We put it.
What the fuck?
We give it all the life support they need. We put it in we put them in there, and then we
Life
let
support,
the box
poke holes.
float away. No longer our problem.
As
Sort of.
the resident star shaman, I would like to point out that this is a terrible idea.
I just don't think you have the proper creativity to make it in this business.
Slap, I feel like you missed your calling. I feel like you missed your calling. You're the guy who holds the metal bucket on the guy's chest with the rat in it and with the torch. That's you.
Hey, that guy's gotten a lot of work all these years.
That's true.
A better idea might be to find a small system nearby, preferably one with a small colony, maybe an underdeveloped colony, and leaving them there.
Can we
Do we have one near us?
get back to Melamy's colony?
Isn't that pretty far away?
It's just a hop,
Well, is
skip,
it-
and a jump through hyperspace. I mean, not hyperspace.
Drift.
Drift, yeah.
Yes, drift.
Besides, if we explain the situation to the crew, I think they would much rather prefer starting a colonial life than no life.
Right, no, that's one of the reasons they're actually going to fight us, and we're going to have to fuck up the ship real hard in the first place. I mean, we're going to try, but without... It's one of those times where I wish Tavis hadn't decided to go find his friends.
I mean, I have some
With
training
him-
in diplomacy.
Well, yeah, and you are a rock star again, so...
And apparently a very feared terrorist.
Right, and so far, at least 3 of your speeches that I've heard in the last week would make great starts to songs.
I mean, I did write my own songs. So.
I know. That's why I was bringing it up. There's been at least 3 times where you've said stuff, and I'm like, he's trying to build a new album.
Huh.
I'm not a terrorist. I was framed by a
By
clone.
clone, even though people don't believe in clones.
Video at that point, they just show a picture of Squishy.
Still, something we could do is try and have one of the ships come forward first. I would suggest the Spitfire, since we're the smallest ship in the fleet and the fastest. We hail them down.
The Fire Shrike are equally as fast.
Huh. Well, we're still the smallest target.
It's true, but honestly, the best part about us having 3 ships is we can use Velociraptor technique.
That's what I was getting at, is you two,
okay.
the rest of the fleet will try and rearrange themselves into a more tactically advantageous spot. We flag them down. We tell them that they have one opportunity to surrender. And if they don't, then we use the Velociraptor technique.
Okay. And I will be honest with you guys, I did buy the super cool mining laser, and that's why I wanted Nurx as my captain. Or not my captain, as my pilot. Because basically we have to get right on top of them, and then it does straight hull damage.
Might I suggest that we target their engines first and foremost?
That requires for us to get a lock first, but that's one of the good things about us having communication.
But
I
if
forget, am I on computers or engineering?
Because you love LGAS. LGAS is on engineering and you're on computers.
Okay, cool. Just wanted to double check before I put in any tactical input.
I mean, this is a merchant freighter. They're probably, even if they are armed, standard procedure is probably to just try and leg it as soon as they come across any trouble. So we'll have to disable the ship as quickly as possible.
Yeah, that's a potential. What if we hit their drive, though?
No engines, no drive, either way works.
Well, way I figure it, if we've got 3, we can always outmaneuver them and find a way ahead of them. But if we hit their drive, there's literally no chance that they can get away. If we can always keep one step ahead of them with numbers, their only escape is drive. So we take that out first.
How long do you think it would take a ship like that to heat up its drift drive?
Probably about, what would you say, Jesta?
Actually,
rounds?
going into drift mid combat is something that actually technically done because it takes so much power and you have to pretty much shut your systems
Yeah.
down. Like it takes like several minutes, I think, is what it actually states.
The look on Jesta's face while you were trying to explain that was just like, what?
Well, it was kind of that thing. It was like, is he going to remember what it actually takes to go?
I mean, I knew it takes a lot of power, but I don't know how much extra PCUs PCUs they've got sitting around.
I thought this was kind of
what their engine is.
I thought this was like in Warhammer, when you go into the warp, yes, it takes a while for a ship to travel, like to open up a portal into the warp, but...
No, it's an energy cost thing. It's like the big barrier, so they'd have to shut down like...
It's also a time thing, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
going
but I
into
mean,
the
can they?
Drive actually takes.
Yeah, but they would have to drop their shields.
Yeah, but assume this, right? If they shut down everything but their engines, could they still do? Could they open up drift if they were moving?
I don't think so. Let me look this up here real quick.
And then we don't have any problem. We just take out their engines. You were right all along, Ezzy.
Well, my thought was that this was more of a Star Wars situation where you need your engines to work the hyperdrive.
Well, you need the power core to work the drive. So if you want to get right down to it, everything is tied to the power core.
Wait, why don't we just take out their power core?
Because that's probably buried deep into the ship.
Yeah, that also could cause a nuclear explosion, couldn't it?
Well, the power core, targeting the power core works like any other system, in the sense that it goes through glitching, wrecked, etc., and then it becomes dysfunctional at some point. The power core is not going to be any more or difficult to hit than any other system. You're still going to have to do the lock. You're still going to have to lock onto it, and you're still going to have to do the damage to it. You're still going to have to roll the critical hit and whatnot, and follow those normal rules. But if you make the critical hit, then you automatically hit the whatever it is if you've made your checks prior to that. So it'd be like I want to do the lock on thing, and you make your check, and okay, if you make it, then when the gunners are shooting, they do a crit on a 19 or 20 instead of just a 20, and if they do crit, it automatically hits the system you are targeting that you're trying to get at. So whether you lock onto their thrusters or their power core is going to be it's going to be about the same equal chance.
Yeah.
It's not going to be like, oh, I fucked up the power core. The whole thing blew up all at once. You could disable the power core, and just like anything else, it takes...
You did. I was kind of worried, actually.
So what it amounts to is with the wrecked and glitching deal, they take minuses, right? For a power core, it would be for everything tied to the power core.
Oh, so that'd be everything.
It'd essentially be, I want them to start taking minuses to everything.
Is it less of a minus because you're hitting a generalized system, or is it the same minus as if you targeted something immediately?
I think it's the same minuses that you would get for wrecked. I think the wrecked and glitching are the same minuses no matter what.
Then why would...
Hold on, pause. I don't have any sound from you guys. Just a second.
Oh dear.
That's no good.
No, let me fix it. Hold on.
According to OBS, we have sound.
Yeah.
Properties. Speakers. Stuff.
Hold on.
Okay, I got it. Sorry.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
So why would you not just immediately go for the power core then, every time?
now that I've got the book open to it, I'll read what it says for power core. Condition
Okay.
applies to all engineer actions except hold it together and patch. A
Oh.
malfunctioning or wrecked power core affects other crew members. So it has to be malfunctioning or wrecked before it starts affecting other crew members. But if it's on a glitching, it affects all engineer actions.
Okay.
So
it
that's
would,
how that works.
Okay, so it would be more advantageous if we do want to disable them from moving before anything and maneuvering and stuff, that we do hit their engines first, because that automatically has a disadvantage for pilots, right?
Engines conditions apply to all pilot actions.
Yeah, so, yeah, that would be... Never mind. Yeah, Ezzy, you're 100% right, and then the second that we drop down their engines, then we can target their power cores.
And hopefully, if we get their engines down, I mean, these are people who are being paid to move cargo. They're not being paid to risk their lives. Hopefully, the second they see that they're completely outclassed and that there's no way out, they'll surrender.
And they're going to be under attack by the vicious Captain Zy Volvetto, space pirate extraordinaire.
And apparently, the dread terrorist Ezele Soraval.
And the Black Rat!
If only
Man,
we were
we're
all
scary
three on different
motherfuckers.
ships.
Y'all are crazy.
We are scary motherfuckers.
Wait, I'll be at the comms console because I'll be at science. This is awesome. I'm excited.
So you're Slav communicating with the
Ah!
Alright, so, since we're too poor to buy stuff while we're here, and we've been here for a week, which was 4 days longer than I actually planned to be back, but at least, you know, they're off our backs as far as the council goes for a little bit. It's like, oh, you want some money? Hang on, let me make you some money. There you go, there's some money. Alright, we're out. We'll be back. So, we'll head back to Bettina's spaceport.
You're gonna head back to Kroll, the mining colony.
Yes.
It's her place.
Before we go any further, just one bit of tidying. Ashera, what did you put in credits wise?
She put in, I did it all. She put in
Oh, never
2,500.
mind.
I put
God.
in 890.
James, you're just the best.
So the crew put in 6,300, which I don't know who that goes back to, but with
all of that just goes back into the crew funds.
So
Yeah.
then I'll add that in, because I thought it was only the remaining 939 that go in, so I'll add that real quick. Which means we
That's not
have
that bad of a profit.
we have 9,417 credits in storage.
We've seen better, we've seen worse.
And that's so you guys are gonna head back to Ludus and the mining
Lettuce.
in the mining colony of Kroll.
Oh god.
Ludus.
It will never die. It will be there.
Oh yeah, back to that. We can get to the mining colony where Melanie is from.
You don't know, because you don't know if there's a Hell Knight presence in that colony right now or not.
Yeah, so
You need
we're gonna
more
have to find out about that too. We need to find out about that first, technically, because that is our backup area, because we can't currently go to Planet Zi.
What ship do you have Melanie on?
Melanie's with us. I mean, sorry, she's on the Blue Ember with Nick.
Yeah.
Alright. Okay. Yeah, I just wanna be sure of something.
I'll relay all of this information to my crew, and we'll be ready to go whenever you need, Captain.
Right? Did Captain Picard send Wesley Crusher off the Starfleet? Oh yeah, he did.
Should have kicked him off the ship.
You're kind of annoying, and you're always right.
Yeah. Get
off my ship.
You're annoying, and you're always right. Get off my ship.
No,
You're making me
don't.
look bad.
Hold on. But we could always flavor in another Star Trek and say, "Get off my promenade."
Get off my promenade!
Get off my promenade!
Right?
My favorite fucking phrase to use when people annoy me.
Anyhow.
So, you guys are heading back. So, I suppose it's
Pilot checks. I need a nerf check.
nerf check.
Clark.
Let's see. Take Scramjet's the first one up real quick here, because
Yeah, I definitely would say to Lysine, engage.
so.
That he's paying off.
Yeah, I do need license pilot check too. I need where?
That one, we're
Where's
lost in
where?
the warp. Lost in the warp forever. They cannot expel firepower of that magnitude.
Alright. So, you guys managed to make it through fairly okay. And maybe we get that scene, where, like, obviously, it takes some days through drift, but, well, unless you guys have something specific you want to do while you're in drift, we can hand wave that. But yeah, you guys make it, and, like, we get the picture, like the screenshot of the form from behind all three ships in the formation, as you guys are, like, heading towards Ludus, and you get, like, you're hailed, upon getting into, like, the atmosphere. First of all, I need to know: are you guys hiding your transponder signals at all?
Yes.
Definitely at least masking them as a different ship.
Okay, so I need some
Yeah.
computer checks.
Say yeah. At this point, all our fake names should be on the side of the ship.
Yep.
So let's
Random
get
freighter
some.
number 5 and shit.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
let's get some computer checks to
Who's on
make
my
sure
science
your
officer?
Oh, left.
yeah.
stuff is awesome.
Who's
He
on?
is used to fabricating fake identities.
He's had a chance to get to it.
What is this?
Ashira, you can choose to do it yourself, or you can have your science officer Glycil do it.
Who's
It's
mine?
up to you.
How good is
Computers?
he compared to her?
Yeah.
Well, what's his like?
It's probably not as good as yours.
Okay.
What's Qualu's?
That's a
'Cause,
Wow.
good
Wow.
question.
Wow.
I have a
I really am not myself yet.
Yeah, you're still kind of getting your feet.
On the same note, can she add the +2 or the +3 from her ship's computer?
Yeah, that's true too. Because you get the bonus.
Yeah.
So that makes Slef's 37.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. And I need to find
And her
quality
20
here.
or 30.
Cause I have
she's
a
got a
plus
Here he
10
is.
to computers, but I don't know what he has.
You may beat him. I don't know.
That's sad.
No, he's got a +14.
Go for it then. You are my science officer, Qualu.
You are my sunshine.
Oh, thanks, Qualu.
Well,
What do we get for being in the Spitfire?
That's a good question.
Where
What is
is
your
it?
computer?
Ooh.
Computer.
Spitfire.
I'm looking for it.
Are you?
I don't know where it is. I've never looked at this before.
Oh my goodness.
Looking.
+2.
+2.
There you go.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right.
This is why I
Alright.
have a good crew. To make up
Yeah,
for
so
my
you guys-
idiocy.
So, like, maybe we get, like, that triple split screen that does that fan out thing, where there's, like, one here, kind of thing. And of, like, all of the people, like, doing the computer's checks, as you guys synchronize, like, your concealment protocols, your protocols for false identification and what have you. And you are directed to landing pads, what have you, because as far as they know, you're who you say you are.
We'd
Nobody
hit
has reason
Bettina
to
up when we
suspect
hit
you're not
Atmo
yet.
too.
Okay, so you're going to you're going to get a hold of her, yeah. All right.
Well, at least send her a comms that says we're on planet.
Okay.
Well, you know what I mean. That we're here. Hi, we're here. We need updated information so we can complete the first of several missions for you.
Well, Ma, I'm home.
Yeah, I think you get. Let me just find where this guy's name is, because I had you get Bettina's, like, head of personal security slash apparently personal assistant, Sergeant Coldhead Borick, whom
I
you've
remember
met
that guy.
before. Yeah,
Hey, that guy's a dickhead.
Yes,
he-
yes, he is, but that's beside the point. Boric, nice to see you.
he's
As you
like,
can see, it's us.
oh God, you guys, wait a minute. Where the hell have you? He's like, okay, well, yeah.
Yeah, I'm
What are
not
you?
dead. I forgot. You still thought
Whole
that.
sentences.
He's like, wait a minute. It's like, yeah. I'm gonna guess that you're gonna want to try to catch a meeting with the governance.
Well, that depends. You might be able to bypass that whole annoyance and just tell me what I need to know.
Yeah, I don't know. It depends on what you're trying to know.
We need to know where that ship is going to be on its route.
Yeah, well, he says it hasn't changed its route in the last year and a half. Where it's going to be directly on its route right now,
Yes,
couldn't
that's the part.
exactly tell you. But I can tell you that route's gotten more dangerous over the past couple of years. Neverwhere's goons are all over the place, and the Hell Knights patrol several parts of the run that they're going through.
Okay, cool. Can you update my map with all of that?
And it's like, hold on. You hear him grumbling as you see him punching on the communicator. God damn it! No, not that stupid autocorrect. No, fuck, wrong
Have you
file.
tried the setup wizard?
God damn it!
Is
I
that
did
the
that.
paperclip? I
No,
hate the
wait.
paperclip.
You're doing a great
Hold
job.
on.
Just
Paperclip.
calm down.
Hold on.
Windows, go away.
His mood's going to improve. That's the one thing I can do
I
about
think
diplomacy.
I think this might be it. Hold on a second. All right, there it is. Yeah, and you finally get the a thing through that's got a bit of a star chart. What the and it doesn't really have a lot of new information on it. It's there's a lot of we think in parentheses on it, like we think there are pirates here, we think the Hell Knights patrol here, um, we're not sure what the fuck is going on here. um, you know Part of
Fine.
they have some intel, but they don't really have great intel
Usually, I
at this
prefer to
point.
have more intelligence with my intelligence.
All right, I have two
I
more
repeat, we
questions
have
for you then.
no intelligence.
What is the name of the colony the Mellamy's from?
God, you would ask.
Glum
I can't
Pucket.
remember.
Glumpucket,
No,
yeah.
Glumpucket's not where she's from. Glumpucket is something else. Cause
I remember it was a shithole.
yeah, it was.
That's why Planet Zai was going to be an improvement for them.
Don't we typically hang out in shitholes?
Yeah,
But
you
this was a
guys
shithole without a bar.
Yeah.
Well, it had a
Okay.
bar, but
A
we
good
definitely
bar.
have better beer than they do.
You guys did have the advantage on having better booze.
Yeah, this bar was like a Denny's.
Wait. Hold on. I actually have this information on my character sheet because I bought an
Did you?
artifact from there.
Ooh, you do?
Soval.
Nice.
What is it?
Soval.
Soval? Oh,
Yes.
Yeah.
there you go. All right.
So,
I'm a smart boy.
what is
I'm a
the
smart
current
boy.
issues with going to Soval? Is it currently under Hell Knight control? Has it been looked over because it's way the fuck out and bumfuck whatever?
It's not directly under Hell Knight control, but there are areas that are theorized to be under Hell Knight control between here and there.
That makes it fun. Okay.
Theory this, guess that,
Good to know.
kind
Good
of
to
that.
know. Oh, what do you know about Site 93?
Site 93. Well, it sounds like some kind of research facility, or it sounds like maybe a research facility or a military site. I don't know anything. I've never heard of anything called Site 93.
That one is actually the one that the lady would have more likely a lock on the information for, because she's actually Mastodon high up while you were just her kick-ass employee. I'm still working off that 30.
He's like, I don't. He's He's like, so what you're saying is you want to talk to the governess?
No, I think I will look for that information elsewhere. Right now, the information that you have provided us is actually enough that we can take off and try to go do this mission for you.
Okay.
I will let you know when or if it's completed. If you hear of my untimely death again, give it 6 months and see if I show up.
He just kind of was like,
He's not wrong.
you got a weird sense of humor. He's
I
like,
don't think he was
I do.
joking.
He was not.
yeah, he's like, well, whatever the case, yeah, when the job's done, let me know.
As
Let us know.
always, it is a pleasure. Have a good day.
Yeah, he's like, you're lying to him. You don't really want him to have a good day. Have a good day, fucking asshole.
You sound like someone who's worked in service before.
Oh.
yeah.
Sound like someone
We
who's
don't
worked
get
at Walmart
we don't need to get
before.
sidetracked on this.
Have a good day, prick.
Right. But yeah.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
we get what we needed. We have a better clue, and we take right the fuck back off.
All right. So, I think as you guys and you guys are gonna head up down and find yourselves a little ambush point, or how are you going here, or are you going somewhere else for information? What are you doing?
Actually, let's get Bettina's thing out of the way first.
Okay.
Because of the fact that that I know that Neverwhere is actually pretty close by, we could stop by there first, but that could lead to a whole nother thing. So, I'd rather deal with this ship thing before we deal with Neverwhere. No telling what mood one of her personalities is in. By the way, I'd like to catch everyone up on everything, so there's no longer that whole, well, you guys really haven't explained anything to Rec.
Right.
So he's not exactly sure what's going on. So, I don't know. I would hate to make it. Let's do a montage. It's a montage of me talking to individual crews as we're leaving and making sure that the other captains do their best to inform all the rest of what's going on. Tell them that Slef is currently on the Blue Ember because he is my problem,
Nice.
and that Rec can stand down from his orders to kill anyone that betrays the Fire Shrike.
And so you finally give him the clear
Don't
on
shoot
like,
Slef.
yeah, don't shoot Slef. He's been waiting to figure out if he was gonna get that order or not. He takes his job seriously.
He does. I respect the man for that. In fact, Slef, if he got shot by Rec, he'd be like, you're just doing your job.
But if you do it again, I'm gonna have to defend myself, Rec.
Yeah.
But as we've seen, Slef is not a very good one-on-one combatant.
He got way more potent once he got power armor. I'm just gonna say.
Well,
This is true.
being able to turn to a transformer is pretty much a cool way of not dying.
Oh yeah.
More or less. All right. So what I'm gonna do here is you guys are gonna go. Whoop,
Oh,
Whoa!
it's a good noise.
you're gonna go over here.
Okay.
You are now
Man.
here, and you might want to put the blue ember up there with the Spitfire and the Fire Shrike.
Ooh, space.
Do we have a picture for the blue ember? Do we have stats for the blue ember?
Yes.
Yeah.
What the
Let me
hell?
see it.
Chris took care of that stuff, so
I don't know how to make the white go away. I'm sorry, Shondarelle.
I don't see.
I don't have the
blue-
white. I have a extension on Chrome that gives me a dark screen. So why mine those always looks dark and your guys doesn't
Oh.
because I can't stand the white. It gives me migraines.
I can't see the blue ember sheet. You might need to give me access to that.
I was gonna say I have access to it at the very least.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I know that
me-
doesn't help you as the
Yeah.
let me find it here.
Hey Brian, where's that cheat sheet you had for ship to ship?
I just looked up on Google, and there's a really good website called, what is it? Archive of Nethys.
There. And there.
Today we shoot rocks.
You want
Alright.
science officer actions, right?
Yes.
All right.
Here, I'll just link that
So-
to you over Discord.
Thank you.
So,
I need the other Kindle.
the best of your information has the grip puller possibly coming through this sector. So user on the map, you are picking up a signal that there is another ship in the area, and they are picking up you. So, what I want to do
Wait,
here?
we have a jammer.
Yeah.
What is what's the
The range. It might not be far enough.
I'm looking for it. We had a nice man redo the whole thing, so it takes me a while to find things sometimes.
Aha, there's the blue ember. Wonderful.
Yeah, this is the first time anybody besides Chris or I have looked at the stats on the Blue Ember, because I didn't realize I didn't have everybody access.
Mm-hmm.
Who's on the Fire Shrike?
Me, or no, Shira.
So
I don't even have I don't see it in my
Okay,
list.
there's a signal jammer at level
should
5.
you should have something that says crew assignments. It's a handout.
Oh, I was looking for like the stats. Like I have the Fire Shrike and the Spitfire where I can just pull up their page.
Right.
So I thought that's what you meant, was like a character sheet for them, like I have for the other two.
Oh no, you don't. No, you've got crew assignments to show you who's on the Fire Shrike with you.
Yeah. I got that. That works.
And I don't know. Let me look up the Fire Shrike real quick. I want to make sure you can actually make sure you guys can.
Oh, I
Okay,
found
so
the enemy
Spitfire's
ship.
set to
It's
all.
adorable.
Yeah, it looks like a gun, so it's got to
It
be
does.
the Borg.
It looks like something out of Borderlands. Ships
Yeah.
that look like guns. The next future of looter shooters.
Yeah.
I want to put googly eyes on it.
Dude, I want to do that with every ship.
Just put googly eyes on every ship.
Yep.
Alright. But I would like to get some initiatives from everybody, which means piloting checks, which means Lysander, Scramjack need to make piloting checks for me.
And you did hear that there's a level 5 jammer.
What is the range on that, and what
Yeah.
is it
I'm
actually
looking it up
meant for
now.
ship to ship? Is it actually something built for ship to ship, or is it built to jam handheld communications?
Words.
Pretty sure it was for ship jamming. But I'm looking it up right now. It's been a while since I've needed to.
God, I wish they quit redoing these stupid character sheets. I can't find anything.
Okay, they haven't redid it since the last time.
I'm still trying to find everything. Where's the initiative?
Well, that's technically true, even if they redid it
Well,
yesterday, because
Yeah,
the last
they-
time is.
You're not going to need to roll initiative. What needs to
Okay.
happen is your pilot needs to make a piloting
Okay.
check,
I
which
can't.
is Scramjet. So,
It was
because ship
Scramjet.
to ship combat works differently, remember?
No, I don't. I never do. You know this. You knew what this was.
No,
you have to
I
reteach
don't
me every
remember.
time we have a battle. Like, oh, that's
No,
the thing.
I don't remember that at all.
Lies. Lies. You know what I don't remember? I still have videos of you drunk at Bluegrass.
Breakfast at
You-
Tiffany's.
This is what happens when you shove like 2 bottles of vodka down my throat in a period of like 30 to 45 minutes.
She
And
was
this
being very
is-
mean to him. She was like, drink it.
After I'd already drank moonshine, whiskey,
Yeah.
tequila, and Lord knows what else. So
And
Oh, yeah.
beer. Yeah.
Breakfast
and beer,
at
lots of beer.
Tiffany's.
Yep.
For
We
your
fucked
poor
him up.
stomach.
And he started singing
Poor
Breakfast
stomach,
at
nothing. Poor
Tiffany's.
liver.
I was too drunk to properly sing. It was nice.
It was,
still
you
It
know,
was
oddly enough,
nice.
it wasn't that bad, Jesta. You did pretty good.
I don't know if I necessarily believe that. I saw the video.
You have no idea
It is
how
not my finest. I'm just saying.
how
My fucking
badly
eyes are watering. Quit.
how badly I wanted that next Tuesday's game session to be called Breakfast at Tiffany's.
Where's the Tiffany's?
But there was no way I could work it in.
That's good.
Let's see. Here. So, well, they rolled shit on their fucking initiative on this anyway.
Yeah, they got my luck.
So, as we're going down the order, they have to, like, you said, like, who's up first? The Blue Ember. So what is the Blue Ember doing? Like, Slef,
Okay.
and Zai,
Okay,
what are you
I
guys
finally
doing?
have it.
Hmm?
Okay, it's a handheld device developed by the stewards for military use. Signal jammers are available at any item level cost from 1 to 20. Got the price. When activated, signal jammers interrupt and broadcast signals within 4 miles. If attached to a larger broadcast station, such as those found aboard a starship, the range increases to 12 miles.
Ooh. I think they're farther away than that, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that also means they probably can't detect us. We're not in sensor range.
I know, he said they detected us.
Well, that was why I was trying to find this, because there's a level 5 one.
Well, rip.
But here's the thing:
It's
you
probably
have one
short
on
range
every ship?
scuzzing.
No, but if that's the case, then they only detect 2 ships.
Yeah, I was gonna say, and either way, they still detect something.
Yeah, yeah.
So
the Ember and the Spitfire.
So, where do you want the Spitfire to move? Because
The
Wait,
Spitfire?
is it the Spitfire or the Blue Ember?
Or not the Spitfire, but the Blue Ember, because
Is
Nurx
it piloting
piloting.
phase?
Yeah, it's no, it's engineering phase. So what is Slef doing?
That's Elgas.
Or Elgas? Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
What are you doing, Jesta?
What am I
Yeah.
doing? I don't know. I'm fucking shit up.
Everything's on fire.
Actually,
I'm helping.
Captain, what is actually, Captain? What is it you want Elgas to do? Because he's just gonna follow orders here.
Elgas should make the engines work better.
All right, so Elgas do the engineering check to give. It's actually 1 extra because Nurx is your pilot, and Nurx is got skills that make her faster. So yeah, boosted with.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, Elgas is not a bad engineer. Slef is technically better, but he originally learned from Elgas, so
Yeah.
36. So he is. So yeah, you get the boost to the speed. Engineering phase for next is the Fire Shrike. You have Ashira. You have your. I think you've got Whistle Fizz in maybe. No, you have Vector.
Yeah, I
You
have
Vector.
Vector.
So
Yeah.
what do you want Vector to do? Because he will also simply follow orders.
Hold on. How far can the ships move?
It depends on which ship. Like for
Well,
the Fire
I'm asking
Strike,
because of the line. Like he was testing the.
let's look
Like
at
this.
where is the Fire Shrike at? Fire Shrike.
Fire
should-
Strike's at top. Yeah.
Well, no, I mean like the character sheet for it, because I need to. Look
Oh.
at the Fire Strike's movement is.
I like the
It
Fire
should be.
Shriek better.
The Fire Shriek. The Fire Shriek. Those are hard.
Shriek.
The
Speed 12.
I don't know.
No.
It was here.
So
Fire
Brian's-
Shrike speed 12, maneuverability of 1.
your speed is 12. Oh yeah, so you can go up to 12 hexes. However, your turn radius means you have to go one space before you can turn one degree.
So like over.
back. So you'd have to.
And then.
Yeah. Exactly.
And then go this way. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
So we have to rotate. Okay, cool.
And then you could rotate, and you could even rotate to go over this way from there too, because you've got like 12. You've got 12 movement. You can go. So you're. Yeah. So you could.
60 feet.
So.
Something like that.
12 hexes. So you want to go down there?
Yeah, that's fine.
So move the Fire Shrike down there, and
I can't grab it.
Gotta go back to the select move, just the arrowhead.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't drag it.
Oh,
it
weird.
doesn't let me do it.
I'm the one doing the pointing.
It opened fucking Netflix.
Yeah.
Suddenly Netflix is on. Now I have to refresh Roll20 because I can't do it.
Captain, quickly, do we watch Stranger Things or do we continue the fight?
You made me captain and didn't give me the captain stuff.
Yeah, I need control of the Spitfire.
God damn it. Now everything's all fucked up.
You should all have. I don't know. You should all have control of those icons. Just try clicking on.
Nope.
Nope.
I'm clicking.
Yeah. No, we can't.
Really?
Yeah. The only one we can move is our tokens.
This can be edited by all players, but I guess I will add manually the captain of the Spitfire. Now, Ezzy, now try. James, now try removing the. Like, you may have to refresh.
Yeah, let me refresh the page.
Because I just put you in can be edited by.
Sorry, real quick stream
Hey,
while you
Brian's
look at
here.
Yeah.
Roll20.
Oh, whoa. Hey, buddy. Didn't say hyperdrive. Shit, come back. God damn, dude.
No, it won't let me pick it up. Hold on, let me.
Why? I don't know why.
Why? I don't know. You know what? We just need to gift Jesta the $10 a month account stuff so he can do fancy shit for us.
Goddamn. Let's see. Now try.
Broken. It's broken.
No. What?
Say it with me. Everything's on fire. I'm helping.
Yep.
I just want to blow shit up.
Let me try refreshing. I moved them up to. They were on the. They were on a different layer. They were on the map layer. So let's. No.
Should be on token layer.
Yeah. I mean. Well, computer slowly reload.
I can't pull it. I can't move it.
See, so
all I can do is draw little squares on my screen. That's all.
Okay. Let's go to. Come on. Oh, come on.
Angrily yelling at the system will not make it go better.
Kicking it might.
I know. I know.
It makes you feel better. I get it.
It does. It makes me feel a lot better. Should be on token layer, and it should be. Should be on token layer, and I've actually manually edited to where at least the Spitfires under Ezzy's can be edited by Ezzy.
We're not fancy.
There's another thing besides can be edited by. It's like can be controlled by.
Yeah.
See, hold on.
When you click on edit, it should be right underneath that.
See, because it put for what the fuck ever reason, it's got it still under Rumble Bladder. Why? Makes no sense.
Because he was the pilot.
Yeah, but it makes just
Flip it to me. I'm the bloody pilot now.
Yeah,
There we go.
let Lysine have it. I'm not the pilot.
That's true.
I just sit around going, yay, go crew.
Make it so.
Oh god, just don't kill us all!
There we go.
Yeah, but at least you're at the point where you can do, like, you know, orders and not just
Right.
try to make them do stuff.
Try now. Brian.
Yay, I got it.
Woo! Move us in
And
closer.
Now I'll see if I can make. Ooh. Let's go to. There we go. All right. Yay! Sure, you should be able to control the Fire Shrike now. But I'm still making the piloting checks for your pilot. Unless you give.
Oh, I can move it.
Unless you give Scramjet any order not to, he's going to attempt to take defensive actions to.
Actually, wait. Okay, so all right, there.
Because he can move and do that at the same time.
Yeah, we're pretty close to them now, so that's probably a good idea.
All right. So he'll do the piloting action for
11.
All right. He effectively adds 2 to your armor class and target lock. For the Fire Shrike. So, and Lysin, let's see, that is on the Spitfire. Spitfire is the last move. Lysin, you're in control. What are you doing here? Are you doing any special moves? Where did you go?
Do a loop deal. Yeah, cause we accidentally got moved over here.
Yeah.
I'm definitely going to do the evade.
You're gonna do okay. So give me a piloting roll, and you can move also. Just move the token where it's going, and give me your piloting roll. That's good enough. And I'm assuming
We got moved over a couple.
You sure you want to go there? Because I was thinking down this way.
Oh yeah, because we do want to be ahead.
Well, that, and I think being on 3 sides of the ship is probably strategically
somewhere
a good
over
idea.
here.
Yeah.
We want to cut them off.
Mm-hmm.
We want to show up and go honk honk.
You can distract them while the blue ever shoots them in the butt.
That's what the plan is.
There we go.
Are we within communications range?
At this point, I would.
We
think
have long range sensors, so we should be in communication range.
Yeah.
I want to open a hailing frequency
good.
with them.
I was hoping it would be Ezzy that would take the initiative.
Oh God.
Yeah, you get a.
They call him Princess. I'm gonna lose my shit.
You like the screen crackles on, and you see like a crew. They're all wearing what appear to be like sort of work uniform kind of stuff, and there is a isekai standing there, and you've heard this guy's name before because it was part of the contract. And it's Verpal. His name is Verpal, but he calls himself Quick Nose. Or that's sort of his nickname. And he's like, "Hey, I got no problem with you guys. This is kind of a bad time. I got things going on. You mind moving out of the way? I got a deadline to meet."
Yeah, as he's like got his one leg hiked up on like the knee of the other one. He's got his fingers knitted together, his collar popped up. He's like, "It's a beautiful ship you got there, Mr. Quicknose."
Damn it! I knew it was gonna be pirates. Always fucking. If it's not the Hell Knights if it's not the Hell Knights up our asses about what are we carrying and who are we carrying it to, it's the damn pirates.
No, hear me out. You see, you happen to be talking with Ezele Sorval, noted leader of Tabori United. You're going to have one chance to turn down your to shut off your weapons, to power down your engines, and to welcome us aboard.
Hate to break it to you here, kid, but I'm not. I've been flying this route for a while, and I'm not easy back down because I've had to deal with plenty of you kind. So if you're gonna try something, hey, I got family to feed, and so does everybody else here. So if you think you got it, in you, then try it. And he turns off communication. He's like, um,
Put them in a
and
box.
you,
I didn't have time to build the box because you shut me down.
Slef, you catch part of this too, and probably like you yourself. Maybe there's that familiar feeling of a isekai in a big bad space that's like, yeah, I kind of figured that's how he'd react. Our people don't scare that fucking easy.
You know what? Actually, I'd say
Sure.
Slef is like the least likely out of any of the party to get that because
Oh,
Slef
really?
he's a bit aberrant. You know,
Dense.
Okay, yeah.
he's
Okay.
very socially not understanding much. So as far as Slef's concerned, he's like,
That Isekai really thinks he's got a big bad ship. He's in for a surprise.
Power
I
weapons.
totally hit on the comms. And I'm like,
Captain, as he porked it.
By the way,
I heard that, rat.
I put that on a private line. Fuck off.
by the way,
Telepathy. I'm just giving you shit.
Yeah, not that range.
by the way, we are still in piloting phase. Captains, you can take captain actions in this phase or any other, but science officers can also take action here. Those of you with NPC crew members on the science stations can directly order them as to what you want them to do, and that's what they'll try to do.
I-
And we are, however, the first one up is the Blue Ember, and its science officer is Slef.
Actually, for my my captaining thing, it can go at any time. I want to fuck with their ability to pilot. So, can I taunt during this phase?
You want to try to taunt?
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and give me that taunt roll.
Bluff,
Do it.
bluff, bluff. I only need to roll a 3. Yep, it works. It's a DC
Alright.
15.
So they take minuses to their
Pilot.
piloting.
-2, and if they try and push anything, it's a -4. Oh, and it's for 1d4 rounds, so let me do that too.
Okay. So
It had to show up somewhere.
so one round they've
Yeah.
got the -2.
Dinky little freighter's not gonna last more than 1 round.
Actually, it's not dinky.
Yeah.
It looks
heavy
dinky to
duty.
me.
Captain, do you want me to?
Oh, sorry. Go
Go
ahead.
ahead.
Good. You're for the
Yeah.
Oh.
Blue Ember has the
Yeah.
highest initiative.
You want me to scan him or lock on?
Scan 'em.
All right, scanning away, boss.
Slef needs to put on his hacker glasses and go, I'm in. Give me a sec.
Hacking photosynthesis.
Alright. 25, so the DC is 5.
15.
Huh? The DC
believe-
is going to be 15 plus the tier of the enemy starship, plus its bonus from defensive countermeasures.
Okay, so
Also,
Oh
you
no,
can
that's
have
target
plus
system.
computer.
Hold on, that's target system. That's my bad. 10 plus the tier of the starship plus its bonus from defensive. Yep, never mind. Still the same. No, it's 10 plus this time. So,
alright, I need to look at the.
so what's its DC?
Let me look at it here real quick. Because I can't remember what its defensive countermeasures are. Or if it even has any. Wait a minute. Defensive target line. Oh. Oh, wow. Yeah, okay.
Oh, correct. Oh, Christ.
So, what did you roll? You rolled a
25. 27.
27.
27 because you're using the ship.
That's right.
Okay, so you
27.
get, and for every 5 by which you exceed. Okay, so you learn the basic information. You know that it's got 20 people on board. It's a heavy freighter.
Uh-huh.
So it's a large ship. You know that its maneuverability is average, and you know that its speed. You can tell that it's got L6 thrusters, so it's got a speed of 6. And then you exceeded by 5, so you also get defensive. So it's armor class, minus the ability of the pilot, because you really can't figure the ability of the pilot.
Right.
Is a, let's see, 12, and its target lock would be 15.
Okay.
Or no. Yeah, 15.
So, let me get this straight. Crew of 20, L6 thrusters. It's got a target lock of 15. Is there any other relevant information
That is okay.
that I like
Okay,
should
so you
remember
also
from that
get-
information you gave
So
me?
you also get hull points.
Yeah.
You know it's got about 120 hull points.
Woo!
You also know total current shield points in each quadrant. It's got 20 shield points in each quadrant. It's got, and its core PCU value is 200.
Okay.
So
So
you can tell it's got an Arcus maximum with a 200 PCU output. Hull points of 120, 20, like you, its shield total altogether is 80. It's got 20 in each quadrant.
yeah.
Speed of 6, average maneuverability. Without the pilot's ability, it's 12 and 15. And it's a large ship, heavy freighter.
Okay, yeah, we already knew the large heavy freighter, so yeah, I report all of this information to the captain and I send him a readout in triplicate.
You don't know anything about what weapons they've got on
Yeah,
there
I figured.
or anything about their load
Yeah.
at this point.
Okay.
So, what do you want, Ashira? What do you want your science officer to do? Oops, I'm gonna shut the book from where I was at because I'm an asshole.
Dirty, dirty asshole.
Something like that. What is it you want your science officer to do? He can try to lock on to a specific system so that if your gunner rolls a crit, it goes for that system, or they can try to scan the other ship so they can target system, scan, or they can do target system is the first thing. Scan is what's left. Target system is what we've described already. Lock on is an actual technical ability. It's a push action, and they have at least 6 ranks in computers. Lock on to starship's targeting system onto one enemy vessel. Spend a resolve point in computers. Check DC equals 15. Starship's gunners could gain a +2. So they can get your science officer can either give a +2 bonus to the gunnery checks for your guns, a target a system so that if you roll a critical hit that it actually hits that system, or scan to find out information about the other ship.
Purple.
But Slev scanned already.
Slev scanned and he got all the information except for weapons. He doesn't know what the weapons complement is.
What Roll 20. I don't want to look at your wiki. Go away. The fuck? Thank you. Anyway, it popped up a link and it was like, check out our wiki. No, I don't have time for that. So left scan already, but we're not. That's systems aren't connected across our ships, or what? We don't have that information.
Well, he said he was sending that information
Okay.
to
Because that was my question. Because I was like, well, we're unfamiliar with the ship, and I was going to say scan. Stuff already scanned. So how about we do lock on to a system? I just don't know what system.
unit target system.
Yeah.
They were talking about. So you've got choices as to what system you want to target.
Yeah.
You can target their weapons, their shields, their power core, or their thrusters, or their drift drive. You could even try to target life support, which would apply the penalties to their captain's actions. But yeah, life support, sensors, weapons, engines, and power core are your choices.
Power core.
You can go after power core? Okay. All right, so he needs to make he'll need to make his check to see if he can do that. You've got Glycil on computers.
Yep.
Yes, Captain. I'm doing my best.
Why not Zoidberg?
That, yes. Zoidberg.
So, and that is going to be... Oops, that's the wrong page. So DC on that is going to be 15 plus the tier of the enemy starship. So that's 23. 2. The ship's gave... Yeah, it's good enough because the Fire Shrike has, what, a +2 or a +3 to computer checks?
2.
+2.
He gets
Yeah,
4
that's-
+2s.
That's good. Well, what that means is you can add +2 to any 4 actions per round.
Oh, okay.
So he used it for his sensors action. You can still take a captain action at any time, and you've got the opportunity to demand, which is an intimidate check, to give your people a bonus. You can encourage, which does the same thing, but with, what is it, bluff or diplomacy? Diplomacy. You can try to taunt, which will give them a debuff.
And that's either bluff or intimidate.
So you don't have to take the action now. You can use it. You can use it in the gunnery phase to help your gunner out if that's what you choose to do.
If you succeed at orders during the gunnery phase, he can fire twice.
Okay, let's do that.
So, all right. So you're gonna hold off until gunnery phase. So, Ezzy, you've got your the Spitfire. It gets its science action. So where is Qualu? What do you want Qualu to do here?
Mr. Qualu, we're in a dangerous situation. Lock onto their weapons.
And he nods. He says, "Very good, sir." And he's gonna computers here, see if he can do that. He needs a 23.
He did it. Yay.
Well, yeah. He's targeted the weapon system.
Good kitty.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, so we are now on to their phase, their movement. So what they're going to do is, first of all, their pilot is going to take evasive actions, which are 1d20. Try to give himself a little bit of extra. Try to give themselves a little bit of a wiggle room. Yep, so that's +2 to their armor class for this round, and
so much for my debuff.
2.
Oh yeah, he's got a debuff to that.
It's
not
only
enough
2
to make it bad, but still.
Yeah. 4, 5. Turn now. Oops, hold on. Damn it. with the system. There you go. And he moved. They're trying to get away from you and circumvent and move away. Their science officer. What is their science officer going to? I think it makes sense that he's going to try to scan. He'll try to scan the Spitfire first. Oops. And the Spitfire is a tier 3 ship?
Tier 3.
Yeah.
Okay. So he's got to roll an 18 or better. He beats it by 1. He can tell all basic information. So he knows how fast and maneuverable you are and how many people are on board. And that takes us to the gunnery phase, which is the blue ember starting off.
Okay, for the gunnery phase, I am going to attempt. Dang it, I just left that page. To give orders to Nahir. I'm going to spend a resolve point. Check is. I'm a tier 3 ship, correct? Yes. So 19. That is diplomacy.
19. Okay.
That was Captain's eye. Sorry.
Alright. Alright. So you have given him a +2. So he is going to. God damn it. Where is it? And he's going to be fighting. What do you got on the current turret of the blue ember? Or do you have anything on the turret?
I definitely have something on the turret.
What's on the turret? So
Get back to the blue ember now. I had it open and I closed it. Turret. Light torpedo is what's on the turret.
Oh, yeah, Nahir really likes that. But I don't think that hit.
Damn the
'cause it's
torpedoes. Full speed ahead.
Barely.
Wait, Nahir can use a +2 as well, so does that help at all?
Yeah, that actually does. Yeah, he would use the targeting assist, and and he manages to hit them in that case. So I need to pull up Crippler here, and it would hit the aft shields, and that's what's the damage on that?
2d8.
2d8. All right. 4. Not a very good roll, but still.
Alright, it still grants him an additional action.
Grants him an additional action.
Yeah, my orders. It's page 322.
Let's see. Orders.
Yeah, yeah.
Check,
Grant an additional move, but it doesn't mean that he wouldn't have gotten that competency bonus, would he?
Let's make sure.
Yeah, you spend a resolve point and succeed at a difficult skill check at the beginning of the phase, and the check depends on the crew member. It's computer checks for a science officer, an engineering check for an engineer, a gunnery check for a gunner, and a piloting check for a pilot. The DC is equal to 10 plus 1.5 times your starship's tier. If the check succeeds, the crew member can take 2 actions in their role this round.
But can't take the same action twice.
You can't give yourself orders.
Yeah, well, he...
Are there even any other gunner
6th
actions?
level, he can spire, spend 1 resolve point, fire all of the starship weapons mounted in 1 arc, including terminal. Hey, you know what? No, because it would have not hit if he had tried to use broadside. Yeah. In any case, his other action, I guess, is probably going to, I don't know, probably wipe the sweat from his brow or something.
He could use fire at will, couldn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, well.
It means he can fire 2 weapons regardless of their arc at the target, but they take a -4 penalty to hit.
Seems bad, man.
Let's bring the here back up. Let's see.
I believe in you, Grumpy Grandpa.
Let's see. So, firing starship weapons that would have made. It'll probably be the front weapon, the front arc weapon. So, what is the front arc weapon?
The Ford.
Yeah, the
Ford.
forward.
My Ford arc is the mining laser.
But what's the range on it?
In there, I actually have that book open too.
It doesn't matter. He missed anyway.
Okay.
Especially with that -4.
Yeah, we were too far away for the mining laser to have done anything.
Looks cool.
This turn.
Alright, gunnery phase, moving on to Fire Shrike.
Okay, so they moved. He couldn't really target anything because I can't see them. Like, I have to move first,
3
right?
dimensions, my lady.
Listen.
Well, hold on.
Wouldn't I have to make a move first?
It would probably be like one of your side-mounted weapons, like the port or
Right,
the
but there's
starboard.
a freaking rock
Or the-
here.
Or the turret. Well, I mean, you're
Three-dimensional.
three-dimensional, so and I think what's the Fire Strike got on the turret?
Oh god.
Good God.
Where's my
Because the turret can fire in any arc.
Okay, so apparently we never updated the Fire Shrike after
God
they
damn it.
changed the character sheet. None of the weapons are listed for the Fire Shrike.
Nope.
Oh, damn it.
Is that the case? Oh shit.
Yeah, there's nothing
Didn't
there.
you have a torpedo launcher there?
I remember that we had that weird plant
The,
We
torpedo.
have the spore.
The plant one.
We have the spore one that was on the Ford
Yeah,
arc.
the spores.
And then there was a torpedo launcher on the turret, and then there was one other thing. I forget what though.
So we'll say
I
that,
thought we had the coil cannon on the
That's it, the
turret.
coil cannon.
Yeah.
so
That's on the Spitfire.
Oh, the coil cannon's on the Spitfire?
Yeah.
Twin linked.
Oh. Ooh. Sorry, guys.
well, technically both Necked Kivo and Wreck can fire.
Okay.
And you can attempt to give orders too, because you are the captain of the Fire Shrike at the moment. So, or
They
you could
fire
attempt,
well.
or you could attempt to just give them a bit, or you could attempt to just give them like a bonus to their actions.
Is it
If you use encourage, it's a +2 bonus. It's a diplomacy check. If you want to give them an orders, it'll have to be a gunnery check.
Mm-hmm.
wouldn't
Which essentially a piloting check, because you can sub in piloting for a base attack bonus.
Oh. Okay, so
But if you give orders, you're spending a resolve point.
that's on my character sheet, yeah.
How often do those regenerate?
I think it's a day, isn't it?
It's your 8-hour rest.
Yeah.
They're long rests.
Yeah.
They're resolved. Oh, it's 7. We got plenty. I have 8, not 7. Sorry.
Actually, since we can remake spore torpedoes,
You know what?
you should shove one of those up their ass.
Shit is all messed up. Look, it says I'm at double zeros. It's like my character sheet's been reset.
What?
Like there's zeros for my health and everything, and like that's not where it's supposed to be. I don't know. It's not filled in. I just had to fill it in. The hell? Like it shows my max, but the current was zeros. Like, oh wait, did we leave that because I was dead?
Might
I think
have.
so. Probably.
Great enough. No hit points.
Ashira drops dead in the middle of combat due to a heart attack.
Yeah, it's dead now. No hit points, no speed, nothing.
Um,
Sorry, where are we at?
we're
Gunnery.
just-
Yeah, gunnery.
yes. You want to make a gunnery check and spend a
Yes.
resolve point to encourage,
Yes.
give orders to
Yes.
wreck or a neck Kiva.
I don't. Here's the thing. I don't really know Nectivo very well,
Okay.
but I know Wreck,
Okay.
so probably
So-
Wreck.
Okay.
I just have more trust in him. That's not against Nectivo, but
Well,
don't know.
no, but that's fine. Let's see. Orders. So it's a gunnery check, and the DC is equal to 10 plus 3 times your starship's tier, which is tier 3. So 3 times 3 is 9. So 19.
I thought it was
DC.
1.5.
it did say
Orders
Yeah, for orders, it's 1.5.
for the gunner. Whoa, hold on. I don't know what
Whoa, wait a
you're
minute.
looking at there, because it says difficult skill check at the beginning of any phase. Crew member would normally act. Depends on the role of the crew member. Targeted a computer check for science, engineering for engineering, gunnery for gunnery, and piloting check. Piloting for pilot. The DC of this check is equal to 10 plus 3 times your starship's tier. If the check succeeds, the member can take 2 actions in her role this round, both when normally act, but can't take the same action twice.
Okay,
And you
weird.
can't give yourself orders.
Mine just
So-
said 1.5, but I trust yours more.
Yeah, so you're at 9. So your DC here is 19. So a DC 19 piloting check
Okay.
is what I need from you.
From me.
Yep. If you're giving orders.
Okay. Oh,
Me, what are you worried about?
thank
got
God.
it.
Got it.
What if
You
you
got it.
automatically succeed at these checks?
You still have to roll because
Yeah.
a natural 1 can still be a fail.
Yeah.
All right. So let's pull up Rack first, since he's
Mhm.
getting the extra action. Where you at? Where you at, Rack? There you are. All right. Go, Rack, go. So he's firing the spore torpedo here. That's an 18, and it is not good enough.
God
What
damn it,
about with
Rick.
his +2?
But even with the +2, that's not good enough.
No.
Let's see. But let's see. He's gonna do. I guess he'll do. Yeah, he'll spend a resolve point and do a broadside. Which will mean Nectivo really doesn't have a whole lot to do, because he's gonna fire. Does the Fire Shrike have 2 turret weapons or just the 1?
Just 1.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then the side weapons were.
No.
They were what?
Left, what was it again? A Gale Cannon?
That was Twin Link.
Twin linked?
On
Yeah,
your-
Twin Link Laser is what I thought it was on the Fire Shrike.
Been a
I
long time.
thought we changed that.
Did we?
They were light laser cannons.
Well, apparently not on the
Light
character
laser
sheet.
cannons. That's what it was.
They were what?
Light
Light
laser cannons.
Light laser
Yeah.
Okay.
cannons.
All right, that's what I wanted to make sure.
That was for the turret.
For
Yeah,
the side. Yeah.
and this is for the side weapon, because he's
Oh.
broadsiding, and that's no good either.
I
Aw,
should have taken a
brag.
move action.
And Nectivo doesn't have any guns that are facing that direction that he can
Right.
fire at the moment, so he's just standing by. And it is from Fire Shrike. It's the Spitfire's gunnery turn.
That's why I wanted to move. But he said you don't need to move. But apparently I fucking
Well,
did need to move.
you would,
Can't
It would
technically
work-
move during this phase.
yeah, you've technically, that's the other thing. You've technically moved for this phase. Spitfire, your gunnery thing. Ezzy, are you doing anything
Yeah.
here?
I'll spend the resolve point to give him orders.
Okay.
Who's on the guns? It's the crazy guy.
Tickspit.
Yeah, Tickspit.
Yes, Tickspit. Tickspit help, yes.
Yeah, it's Tickspit. Tickspit's like, hey,
Yeah,
time
I'm
to go boom boom.
yeah,
boom
I'm
boom boom.
Yeah, I hear that. I'm like, Yeah, just fucking go boom boom on him, I guess. Just
Use the turret.
yeah, use the turret. It's twin linked.
Okay. All right. Yeah, he'll. That's what he'll do then. He's going to ranged. And you guys, that doesn't matter. But you gave him orders, so he can do. He can do. Do you have any other weapons on the Spitfire?
He has -1 to his range attack.
Yeah. What? Why
Yeah,
does
it
it?
says
Why is his base
-1.
attack not in there?
I don't
Oh,
know
God
because
damn it.
that just looked wrong. I looked at what you rolled on the dice and what it said. It's like, what?
And
Let's
yes.
try
Six-Bit's
that.
Oh, you're
Six-Bit's
right.
actually pretty good with guns. Just kidding.
Let's-
He's got a -1.
I guess it may not be just you that had character shit on. It may
Yeah,
not be
stuff's
Fire Shrike.
changed. I'm telling you, man.
It may not just be the Fire Shrike.
We may need to go through the ships.
Well, that's no good either. But even with the
God.
even with the
We do. We have a forward light torpedo launcher.
okay, so he'll try firing that. So and he does even worse with that. He's like, oh, new guns, no. And he look.
Ooh, shiny! I pushed the button.
Yeah, he's kind of a wreck here.
What's
and
his pilot skill?
That's the thing. All of his stuff is not filled in. I actually
Yeah.
had to manually put his base attack bonus in because his hit point, all of his shit is not on there, and I could have
Oh,
swore
no.
that I finished all of that. So, I will have to go back and fix that after the fucking game.
Oh look! Now I have a weapon.
Yeah. In any case, that does it for gun. Well, their gunnery phase.
Yeah.
Next, so
Ship
let me.
member.
Nope. The
Oh.
grip puller. They actually get to shoot back at you.
Oh,
Knowing
I'm
them,
behind a
they'll-
rock.
Knowing them,
Come
they'll,
at me, bro.
they'll double crit us if this
I'm
channels
behind your
anything to
ass,
go
Shrike.
on.
So they're gonna use
Captain Ezzy, you want me on weapons instead?
Mm-hmm.
Ah,
Say yes.
then who's gonna pilot the ship?
Oh shit!
Oh my god,
Who
why
the
did I
heck?
say it?
That's a heavy fucking laser too.
What did we fucking say?
Oh shit!
R.I.P. Fern.
R.I.P. Spitfire.
Who's getting shot out of the sky tonight, boys?
Not me. I'm behind an asteroid.
I think we established that asteroid is either above or below you.
Shh. No, I'm hiding behind it.
Captain, all tactics indicate two-dimensional thinking.
Open the window. Really?
19 points of damage, and that's on your forward shields as heavy lasers go.
Oh.
Well, we still got
Spitfire.
one forward shield.
Oh.
So your forward, and however, it is a critical hit, so I do need to roll that because your engineer may have something to do next round in terms of trying to take care of your shit. So let's do a /R1D100. That's an 89.
Power
Power
core
core.
is glitching.
So your power core is glitching. So
Oh, boy.
all engineer actions except for hold together and patch take the minus for the glitching condition. Ugh. And
I
For
radio.
those who are watching the stream and don't know which ship is which, this yellow bug is what
Yeah.
just got smacked with a fly swatter.
Yeah, I
Yeah, we
radio
should-
into
That's one
Tick
hell of fly swatter.
we see the grip puller like pull up and like the heavy lasers power up and fire right at the Spitfire and blast the shields and the power core. Like maybe we get the inside of the Spitfire and we get like the Star Trek's shaky cam thing going on as Whistle Fizz reports from engineering. Like you come in, I hate to bring it to you, but the power core is glitching. I'll try to get it back together. It's and we see the sparks flying everywhere from random consoles and shit.
Tickspit, do you see what just happened there? I want you to be doing that to them.
he looks at you. He's like, sorry, sir. Sorry. We're gonna hey, crush him. Blow him up.
God damn it,
but-
he needs full sentences.
I like Tick Spit. He's
It
a loose
drives me
cannon.
nuts. I'm like, finish the damn sentence.
She would hate Wall Scratch.
Oh, yeah, you probably would. So let's get everybody's piloting checks for the next round of combat here. The next. So, Lysin,
Okay.
Nurks, and Scramjet. So,
Yep. So, man, I need to put some more points into that when I level next. God damn. There's a few things.
A few things.
Yeah. Like I probably put. Like I have nothing in diplomacy. Like nothing. You know. My pilot.
Mhm.
More.
Chris, you are muted.
Crustify.
All right, let's try that again. You can either be a scary captain or a non-scary captain. You've had one of each, because Vames was the scary guy, while I'm the guy that's like, don't be afraid. I'm going to make you better.
Which is somewhat creepier.
I'm gonna make you better.
Well, only if I didn't make you better and was just, a creep.
Human centipede. Blah.
Wait, the human centipede is on your ship.
No.
He's not a human. He's just a centipede, humanoid centipede.
Yeah.
So no.
One
So
of them
far-
has 3 sets of mouths. The other one is not an abomination.
Yeah. Get
Well, I don't
disagree there.
know what you mean about that, because humanity first, death to all the aliens.
God damn, they're pilots.
All I know is you want to be at the front of that line.
The grip puller's pilot is just hot garbage. This
Good.
round, the Spitfire's engineering phase goes first, so I need to roll Whistle Fizz an engineering check here because he's
Fix
gonna
it,
try
fix it,
to.
fix it.
Yeah, he's gonna try to take care of this
Insert
shit here.
Futurama. Fix it, fix it, fix it, fix it!
Exactly.
Let's see.
Good news,
Number of
everyone.
actions, DC for sure. So he can do this in one round if he
What
makes
is on their shelf back there?
on whose shelf?
You're the only one with the shelf showing, so yours. What is
Oh.
that?
The above my head
Yeah.
up there. That's a shelf, and it's got all my 360 games on it. It
I-
extends farther back that way than you think.
I caught that it was
Piles.
a shelf, Jess.
Piles
Yeah.
of cocaine.
Piles of cocaine. Okay.
Hey, yo.
I'm sorry. I
Also,
just
sh-
never
that's for
occurred to me to
shamans.
That's a
ask
very
for.
that's a very weird question. After all of this time, you finally what is that?
There's
Yeah,
Captain in the background waving.
Commodore in the next year. Yeah.
The Commodore is trying to sample his
Commodore.
wares.
So let's see. He's
Cocaine.
Not a sampling, it's a force.
Pure
Cocaine
Colombian
running
yayo.
around my brain.
Oh my god.
3. That's 6. So he's got a DC of 16 to do this, and he is.
I don't know.
Plus, we're probably gonna like a plus. He doesn't have a very high chance of failing at this, and he doesn't. So your power core is no longer glitching. You got it.
Woo!
It's like, got it taken care of, Captain. It'll be all right. You're good to go. Just don't. We just don't want to take any more hits like that.
Under his breath, yeah, no shit.
And that means we are on engineering for the Blue Ember. What do you want Elgas to do here?
Back, make up.
Words?
Wreck, make all our 1s 2s.
Wreck.
That's on my ship. You can't have
I'm
it.
just kidding. Elgas, make all our ones too.
You want
Weapons upgrade.
weapons? Okay, so that's an
We need
engineering
it.
check.
I mean,
I guess
oh.
in character B. Elgas, make the weapons fire better.
Make the boom go
You good,
bigger.
Scrub?
Divert power, so that's yeah, 16. So he passed that easily. Yeah, so he diverts power to your weapons. So the blue ember now has power diverted to the weapons.
I'd like to make a small note that Slef is silently watching the engineering cameras and diagnostics as he's going and nodding approvingly.
Nice. he's like, yep, that's right. That's exactly what I would have done. I might have rerouted that just a tad bit differently, but that
Yeah,
works.
he's like, "Attaboy, being dead didn't kill you yet."
What
Well,
a sentence.
this is the most at peace you've seen him, because this is kind of like being in the element here. So,
My beating heart, be still.
and that brings us to the Fire Shrike's engineering phase.
Mhm.
What do you want Vector to do here?
Can you shoot around corners? I want to move and I can't move.
Next
Well, that's
phase.
the piloting phase. That's the next phase.
I know. I want it to be now.
Impatient.
So, okay. So, what can Vector do?
Well, the most relevant thing he could do is try to divert power somewhere. Well, I guess he could try to overpower, which is the result of an attempt an engineering check. Squeeze more out. If you're successful at functions, you can send extra power to any 3 systems listed in that action.
What if he fails?
Oh, shit. Huh?
What happens if you don't make it the roll? Like, is it my ship blow up?
No, it's probably more than likely it just doesn't work.
Oh, okay, fizzle.
No.
Okay, so 3 systems?
This functions as a divert power action, but can send the extra power to 3 systems. It'll cost him a resolve point, but he can do that.
Yeah. Do that.
So it's going to be an engineering of a little bit higher, harder to do this. So
You can do it.
come on.
Oh,
Oh, wait, but he's got the computer bonuses too, so that would put him
thank
like
God.
Vector, we see Vector in the engine room. He's like, before he starts the process of pulling on this and putting that, relinking that, and whatever, he takes a moment to set up, like tap away on the computer for a second to set up like a an extra power shunt that helps divert power. What 3 systems do you want him to divert power to? Because it can be engines, which would increase the speed. It could be to the science equipment, which would give your science officers a +2 to their deal. It could be to the weapons, so your weapons hit treats any ones rolled as a 2. It could be well, you don't need it for shields because
No.
you're at max shields. And
So
you don't need to redistribute because you haven't taken any hits. So
it's only 3 viable, right?
yeah, so
Just the 3 that I can, then I guess.
So Fire Shrike. So Vector is like, you get the message from the engines: rerouting power, dividing power. I have triple shunted the relays. There is an extra processor heading extra power to the science station, the weapons, and the thrusters. It says a efficiency rating at 98%. And
Still an A, boys. We made it. We got there.
and holding. So that's what he's gonna do. So he does that, and he spends his resolve point. And let's see, what's the grit puller gonna do? I think a grit puller kind of. I think they want to try to do. They're gonna try to do the same thing. Oh, damn it! That's not what I was trying
What
to
the
do.
hell did you just do?
We'll put add that 7 to that, and makes it a
22.
so 21, 31. That's not good enough. He's not gonna.
22.
Yeah,
Nope.
he's not gonna be able to. He's not able to divert power.
God damn it!
The
You're
the grit.
fired.
Well, the grit puller. Well, the grit puller can't. That's who. It's the bad
That's
guys
who we're
who can't
fighting.
Yeah.
You're
I'm
like,
just thinking as the captain, like, what the fuck
Yeah.
is wrong with you?
yeah, it's like, yeah, Quick Nose. We probably get that quick scene with Quick Nose. Like, he's like, it's like, a good job on the guns there. Yeah, that was a good shot. Real good shot. Hey, where's my extra power?
Where's my
Damn it, I said it.
pilot?
He's like, damn it, I need extra power for the. Yeah, he's like, I need extra power for the weapons, extra power for the thrusters, and extra power for the. We need all the advantage we can get. What are you doing? What are you doing down there?
What are you doing?
The pilot is just a brick on a rope on the wheel.
um, their pilot is a. Yeah, he's probably berating his pilot at this point too. Like, he's like, you know, you'd think if you came much higher recommended than this, and I've seen you pull better stuff off than this. What are you doing? And speaking of which, it is now to the piloting phase, and we are at the Spitfire. So, Captain, Science Officer, pilot for the Spitfire, you guys all get to do actions. Actually, the captain can act in any phase of the combat, so he can wait until gunnery if he wants to. But
Holy shit,
Yeah,
it's
I
a
think
Chris.
I need to encourage my gunner. But
okay,
I'll save it for then. But for now, I'm going to suggest to Lysine that we need to get in front of them, kind of like this. Block them off, make them have to divert somewhere else. We're playing cattle
so you-
wrangler.
Want me to put the ship, which only has one shield rank left, and her
Right in front of it?
shields right in front of the ship.
You ought to back up.
Because I'm going to order Qualu to divert and all of the shields to the front. He can balance shields.
he
That's
doesn't.
true.
We may lose the Spitfire today.
You guys
But
act like
after-
I'm making bad decisions when that's not that bad of a decision.
I
have to
agree.
remember, he
I
moved after us.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just want him to divert
Okay, I
this
just
way.
have one question.
Yeah.
If he did that much damage where you are now, what do you think he's going to do at point blank range?
The same
The
damage.
same amount of damage.
And remember, he did that much damage because it was a crit.
Well, that's true.
Actually, the system, the system glitching was what the crit. That 48. That's the weapon. he
Yeah.
used.
It's a bold
That's-
move. I'm not saying that
So
this
out
isn't
there,
bold.
No,
Yeah,
I'm. Yeah,
I want
We
this
are
guy
daring.
to exactly,
No, I get
and I
get
want
what
this
you're
guy to spaz out and go off in some direction to where we're basically trying to corner him somewhere.
okay.
How about we
I get
just
what
shoot
you're
him into
doing.
this huge asteroid that's down here?
That's kind of what I was going for.
Well,
We are
there
the
you go.
front cowboy in the herd trying to stop a stampede. We might get ran over, but if we do our job right, everyone else's job is easier. Yeehaw.
Go, young cowboy.
Yay!
Paulu will rebalance the shields where Lysin decides whether she's gonna follow that order or not.
Wow.
Don't make me
Wait a
go
minute.
Imperial Commissar.
I'm
Hold
not.
on.
Yeah.
Question though, James.
Yes.
yes, you're kind of heading off the pass, but what's stopping him from just going like this?
If he does, that means that you just follow him. They just follow him, and then you're both firing at the same arc.
Oh, yeah, no. Yeah,
Well,
actually,
technically,
this is...
we'd be firing at the same arc, too.
Yeah,
Sure.
if he runs
Yeah?
that way, he screws himself. If he runs the other way, he screws himself worse later.
That's a fair point.
So, Qualu's able to rebalance the shields. Take what your remaining shield points are and redistribute them.
Can do, Capitan.
Wait, you're the captain.
Right?
But he's the super captain because he's the GM.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so we got 61 remaining. Balance that out would be...
I'd like to talk to the captain of the universe, please.
And I think Nurx has some response to it, seeing how badly the Spitfire got hit. And she's probably looks back over at Commodore Zion. She's like, "Well, you know, this might be a little bit more dangerous than we were led to believe. Should be a fucking ton of fun. Where's the goddamn rum? Best near a smile on this day. We're in. Woohoo!
Fucking...
Yeah. That's what it is.
So now we have 16 in the forward shields, 15 everywhere else. Pretty good, I think.
Awesome.
I am
Only Tipix could actually hit.
Yeah.
Are you going to pull, and Lyson, are you going to pull any tricky maneuvers? Are you going to do evasive maneuvers? What are you going to do?
Just the evasive maneuvers.
Okay, so give me your piloting check on that.
I like to imagine that as he pulls the most famous of American captain
There you go.
quotes, which is, I have not yet begun to fight!
Yeah, does anybody else react to the fact that Ezzy is just like, looks like he's suicidal coming to, going right out the front at this big, massive ship that just blasted the shit out of his shields?
I radio in and go,
If you fucking damage that ship, I'm gonna have to work on it, and I'm gonna make sure that your engineer does the bulk of the work, and he won't like it.
Who's the captain here? Between the two of us.
I am the captain now.
yeah. And Slef's like,
You're the captain, but you're also the princess to me, kid.
And that just means I rule.
God damn it.
Oh, that was a great response.
Top quality banter.
All right.
Quality
Yeah.
content here.
So from Spitfire, it goes to the Blue Ember. What are you having your science officer do? Because I know what Nurx is doing. Nurx is lost in the combat, and you are muted, sir.
Sir.
Yeah, I'm like,
Captain, do you want me to
Trying be
scan him
good
some
about
more?
being on it.
oh, go ahead.
What's up?
No. I want you to lock on to their engine.
Will
System
do,
lock.
boss.
Okay. Also, at the same time, I'd like to open channel and taunt this turn.
Okay.
Jesus.
And
Are you going after their
Nurx.
pilots?
Nurx.
Ooh.
Ooh,
Hello,
you're
what's that?
scary.
Barely.
2,
As scary as I should be. No.
3.
Hi, Quick Nose. I think you should reconsider your thought right now. This is Captain Zai, and I've been sent to kill you. But if you surrender now, you won't die.
What is the Blue Ember speed?
Fucker. Hang on.
Wasn't it like 12?
Fucker.
Wait, did he have me do science this turn?
You can do
Yeah,
science.
he had
I'm
you
just-
lock on to the engines.
Yeah, I rolled for that. I just didn't know if I heard that wrong.
No, you heard that right. I wanted you
Yeah.
to lock on the engine.
Yep, I'm locked on to
So,
engines, I think. I'm pretty sure I
okay,
beat the
I'll
DC.
15, hold on, 15 plus the tier of the ships, so 23, 25. Yep, you managed to lock on.
You see, like the classic Jedi style, or
Or
not Jedi.
are you targeting system? Are you targeting system or locking on? 'Cause lock on
Targeting
gives-
system.
Okay.
Because yeah, lock on gives the +2 bonus and is harder to hit. I am just targeting their engines. You see that classic Star Wars style aiming reticle, like slide in with like the 2 squares that interlock, and then you hear like the beep, 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 beep. I'm like,
We're good on engines.
All right.
You've turned off your targeting computer.
What was Nurx's? What was the speed on the Spitfire or the Blue Ember?
15.
Okay.
Yeah.
So.
Damn, we're actually the slowest
Wait, why
ship.
is she suddenly here? I
Well,
don't remember moving the Blue Ember.
I did, because Nurx is in the heat of battle.
Nurx, that's fine, but I want to be somewhere about here when you're done. I want to give them a bigger target to attack.
Not a bad idea, and it also forces them to go one way. We're corralling them.
yeah, now they'll fuck off in this direction.
Or this direction.
One of the two. Flip a coin.
And I guess she goes like that, turns up.
Crashes into us, we die.
Nah, three-dimensional space.
Characters.
I want
Three-dimensional space.
our forward weapons facing them.
Yep, and that's exactly what she's got. And she's doing a flyby maneuver, which is with that 40 is well in, the range of her DC for that. So what it is now. Wait a minute. Yeah. Oh well. Yeah, that's what. Rules. Blah blah blah. The weapons. One arc of starship's weapons to fire at the enemy at a close range against any quadrant of the starship. Oh, so I guess that means you can fire a weapon too, which would be at a +2 or -2, right? Is it? You select one of your during the following gunnery. Oh, during the following gunnery phase. Okay, never mind. It doesn't really help a lot, so I think we'll just call it that she did evasive maneuvers instead, because it really wouldn't help in this situation. So.
My turn. No.
So we've got the science action. We've got and your bluff action, so they take the penalty.
Oh, I forgot to do the rounds. My bad.
Yeah. For how long?
1d4.
2 rounds? All right.
Who are you targeting?
Well, he's taunting the grit puller.
I thought it was you taunt a specific member of the ship.
That's okay. So you're taunting who exactly?
Well, the pilot has been doing horrible.
So let's keep picking on him. Quit picking on me.
All right.
I don't actually remember that part. I believe you.
I like how my entire
it's just the
crew
enemy
is
vessel.
NPCs, you bastards.
What though? But that just means means that they're less prone to doing their own thing, because the only ones that would have been prone to doing NPCs prone to not following your orders would have been possibly Nurx, because she gets excited, and maybe Nahir, but I doubt that because
Yeah, but I trust Nahir's actions. I don't
But-
really have
and
to
he-
worry about him.
and he follows chain of command. Most of you get the advantage of Ezzy and Zai have to worry about whether or not their PC crew members decide.
Let me do a real quick recap. People who are watching, I supposedly died. I now am trying to remember things about my life. I have a little bit of amnesia. What did they do? Instead of putting me in familiar surroundings or familiar people to try to jumpstart those memories, they throw me on a ship full of robots.
A robot,
No
a
content.
a
Well,
slug, and
2 robots.
You know what I mean.
Yeah.
So, my
Yeah.
memory.
Yeah. So we are at the Fire Shrike. So you've got science and piloting and your action as captain.
I get a move now?
Yeah, you can have your ship move wherever, within the range of your speed. Just remember
Well,
it takes you the one like your turning radius.
right, well, I won't even need my full because I can go 12 hexes. I just want to.
You can't zigzag quite that bad. You'd have to go here, and then you'd have to turn to here, because you can
Like-
only turn one. Yeah, you can only turn 1 degree in your octagon, and then you have to go another one, and then turn another. So yeah.
I can still make that. That's still
Okay.
9.
Yeah, sure.
So let's do that.
And Scramjet will continue to do evasive maneuvers, because he feels like that's what he's supposed to be doing.
I hate that I can't flip the ship's direction.
yeah, you can.
Actually, you can.
Well,
So
I mean, like, not upside down. You don't just flip it horizontally.
no.
Yeah, just
Here's what you do. You click on it, and when it has
No,
that square,
she can't flip it horizontally, as in she can't do like a transition horizontally.
Like, the tail is on the left, make the tail on the right, and the ship
Yeah, she
not
can't
upside
do
down.
that.
That's what I'm
thought
talking
you
about.
could.
I see.
No, you can't.
It's
No.
fine. It's
No,
fine. This will
only
work.
GM
So
can.
we're in
Only the
space.
GM can do
Who
that.
knows what side is down or up? It's fine.
So,
Yeah.
Technically, they don't have to be aerodynamic, so you could have any shape in space.
Technically, the
So-
most efficient shape to have a spaceship is a giant sphere.
Or a block.
No,
Fucking nerd.
spheres
it's not a
because
cube?
spheres
cube.
because
Don't
Yeah.
you Borg me.
Assimilate.
because
Um,
spheres are how most principles in
It
science
always
operate.
comes back to the Borg. It's
What do you want your science officer to do here? Because your science officer still has.
what do I have left for options?
Lock on, scan.
We tried to lock on to the.
Well, lock on and target system both have the same DC. Target system does exactly what it says. Lock on gives you a your gunner or your science officer spends a resolve point, and they gain a +2 to gunnery. The gunnery checks get a +2 for the rest of the round, which for you might actually be advantageous because you have 2 gunners. So
That's true.
2 gunners getting a +2 to their attacks
Shoot 'em up, boys.
wouldn't be bad. So is that what you wanted to?
Yeah, let's do that.
Glycil. Yeah, so
You
Glycil.
need to redeem yourself, Rec. I swear to God, I'll unplug you.
It's like, technically, I'm not plugged in, but I think what?
Do you want to test this theory?
Let's see.
What's my gunner?
Can he make?
Nice.
Oh,
Oh, Glycil is able to make that.
Glycil.
So
all right.
yeah, so he's like, I've given all the help I can give. The targeting systems are lined up and calibrated. They're ready to go. So
I'm mad I did worse than a slug man.
I don't know.
Dun, dun,
do you-
dun.
Mollusk boy.
What race is Tickspit?
Okay, so what did
He's called a Belida. If you
Rec?
want to look it up.
Oh, we haven't done Rec yet. Okay.
No, we're not in gunnery phase yet. You can still choose to take a captain action to try to help your people, or you can save it for the gunnery phase and try to stack onto those pluses.
I would try to. I want to save it.
Okay,
Oh god, he's a centipede too.
that's the one who is.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought that the Sheeran are also kinda centipedes.
No, they look a little closer to grasshoppers if you're looking at bug analogies.
Well, let's just hope that
Too many
if you become
bugs.
captain of a ship, you don't have a terrifying phobia of bugs because you're gonna have them on your crew.
It is
Giant
space.
grasshopper, heart attack.
Look, it's space and it's science fiction. If you don't have an alien reptile creature on board, you definitely have an alien insect creature.
And
One
we
of the
have
two
one of
is
those
going to-
too.
odds are that you're going to have one or the other. So it is
And
the
if
grip,
you, oh, sorry, go ahead.
so it is the grip puller's action, and the grip puller is first of all, Quick Nose is he's going to try to encourage his pilot because his pilot's doing fuck all.
I
By the
like
way,
him.
it says enemy vessel. It doesn't specifically say a person.
He's like, get your shit together. I need you to do something. And yeah, so his pilot gets the extra +2 bonus.
Turns off gravity, fucks everything up.
Right? Plus, here we'll go. Yeah, let's see. That's fine. Let's see if he can take evasive maneuvers. He's able to take evasive maneuvers.
God damn it.
1, 2. I mean, he was going to move one way or another. Anyway.
Yeah.
3, 4, 5, 6. He's going to come. Actually, he can come this way, and he's going to go. And he's going to go. That's what-
Guys, he's running away.
And their science officer.
It's okay, we're faster. Now we're all shooting at the same spot.
We're all locked on.
They're gonna try to target system on the Spitfire. is
You
what they're gonna do.
assholes.
Well, they know that their best bet is going to be to thin the numbers, and they know they're not gonna get very far trying to fight all three of
Can
you
we
at
just
the same
space them?
time. Let's see.
I'm saying a cube.
Ooh, nice.
Jesus.
Oh, but it's their it's their aft weapon, so it's nowhere near the damage that the heavy lasers
Yeah.
would have been. So
And it'll also hit them in a different spot. So
Yeah.
wait a minute. And that was him being able to, and that's them being able to lock on. Ezzy, you can tell that they're attempting to lock on to your weapons, and it seems like they've got a pretty good read. Actually, your Qualuk, it says this is, I think they're targeting our weapons. It looks like they're drawing a lock on us, and we are down to.
Gotta redeem yourself, Tickspit. You might get only one more chance.
And we are to gunnery phase, which starts with the Spitfire.
And I'm going to
This-
expend
If this
another.
bug misses, I'm kicking him out of his seat.
Yeah, I'm going to expend another resolve to try and give him an order.
Okay.
So piloting. I think I just make it.
What is it? Yeah, you made it. Let's see. Ba-da-boom. Oh, and that is with the
Twin linked.
Yeah.
Yep.
Coil
So
gun.
8d4.
that's their basic armor class.
8d4.
That just barely hits. And what is it?
8d4. I got it.
Yeah. All right. And
One A one.
is like, oh, shoot, blam, 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 blam. Ah. And we get him like looking very excited
On
as he's got like
spacecraft.
as he's like at the gunner station, like we see him with like the little fucking visor over his eyes, like, oh yes, and he's like, hits the button, he's like, boom, boom, and we see like the gunfire and slam into the back of the grip pullers.
Spaceballs needed a tick spit.
Yeah.
I'll have the salad.
Let's see, and that's their, and they are down by what is that?
I think.
21. Ooh, so that
Goodbye,
this-
shields.
bye bye. Yeah, bye bye.
Goodbye,
And-
horses.
Would you shoot me?
I've-
I'd shoot me. I'd shoot me so fucking hard.
It does damage to their hull, and 21 is not quite past their
Oh,
critical
God.
threshold.
Hmm.
So it's not past their crit threshold. So they take the damage, and their shields. He fires, and we see the like blast, and awesome. All right, and that takes us to.
He's got his extra.
Oh, he gets it. What's the other weapon that he can fire?
He can use fire at will on the torpedo launcher, I think, regardless of the arc.
Yeah.
Well,
But it takes a
Uh,
-4.
all right, well, let's see how that goes.
Well, shit.
That's not good enough.
Well, 1 out of 2 ain't bad.
And we are now at the Blue Ember. Blue Ember's gunnery.
Come on.
So we got Nahir. You are still muted, Chris.
Trying to be so good. I said, all right, Nahir, I can't do anything extra because I taunted them.
But he still has that.
Good.
He still has the plus from the computer, right?
Yes.
Okay.
He's firing at engines.
All right.
God dang it, Nahir.
Yeah, he's like, not used to the weapon systems here.
You can make all the
frustrated.
excuses you want, Nahir.
I think he just grumbles at that. He's just like, and maybe we see him reach over and turn the comms like way down. It's just like his response to that. He just shakes his head and is like, So let's see. Do you have anybody else on guns over there, Captain, or is it just Nahir? I think it's just Nahir. Okay, all right. So then it goes to the Fire Shrike that does have 2 people on guns, and they both get the +2 because they got the divert power or the gunnery thing, the lock on. Words are hard. We know this. Anyway, they get
Okay,
the.
I want to.
yeah.
Where's my character sheet? God damn it! I want to spend another resolve to give orders. Like I want to do what I did last time. Does that make sense?
Do you want to give orders, or do you want to give an extra plus bonus to one of them?
I gave it to Rec last time, didn't I?
I think so. Yeah.
And he failed me. Give it to Nectiva this time. So what do I need?
Make a piloting check.
Make a piloting check.
Not if it's an encouragement. In that case, it's a diplomacy.
Wait, so I have to roll for that?
Yeah, if it's a
either way.
diplomacy.
Which?
So if you're going to give him if you're going to do encourage, it's diplomacy to gain a +2.
Yes.
For him, if it's give orders, it's the piloting check, but that gives him an extra action.
Or you could demand, which is intimidate for a +4.
You could.
Listen,
could try.
all of those have absolutely nothing in there or a 1 in there. So I would need, my best bet is my points in piloting.
Okay, so you're going to give him an extra action then.
Do I still take a resolve point for that?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
So make the piloting check with the DC of 19.
Fuck me.
Oh, you know what, though? Guess what though? There's
The computer?
enough. Yes, you can still use a computer bonus because you guys.
I just barely made it.
And that allows the gunners to still take because you got 4 +2s on the Fire Shrike. Is that right?
Yeah,
Yes.
4.
Okay, so that still allows the gunners to take the extra +2. So they both get +4, and next Kivo gets an extra action. So, so
That's not a
let's
word.
go to Rec first.
Come on, Rick. You can do this.
Rec. Come on, Rec. With a +4, you should be able to hit this shit.
Should.
No.
Noemi.
Come on, buddy. Come on, buddy.
Woo!
26.
And he was in the turret, which was Spore Torpedo, right?
Yes, my baby.
Spore Torpedo is on Ford. Turret is just the. Turret is just the. Damn it.
Regular torpedo?
Turret. Yeah. The missile launcher is the regular turret.
Okay,
80% sure. I'm looking now.
Light torpedo launcher. Okay. SR 1D not 1D, 2D8. 2D8.
Yeah, the Ford weapon is the Spore Torpedo, while the turret is the light laser cannon.
What are you doing? Oh, because I put it in backwards.
Also, Ashira's computer shut itself down.
Ruh-roh. What are you motherfucker? Why is it /R2D8? I'm doing. Alright. 14.
Nice.
So
Very nice.
that is. Let's pull her back up here. 14. And that goes directly to hull points because they don't have any shield points there right now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, boy!
And Neck Kivo, he'll be using the Spore Torpedo, so yeah, that hits.
Yeah!
Okay, so they need to make an engineering DC 15 plus their ship's tier.
Alright, so /R
Or else be overcome by the tree.
plus. Well, systems will start.
Yeah!
Sucks to suck.
So let's
Parry that,
see.
casual.
Let's see what.
3d6 damage.
Hmm?
Oh, the damage is 3d6 for the Spore Torpedo.
Oh,
Go ahead and roll that, because I'm going to roll.
Oh, you want me to roll it? All right.
Yeah, because I'm going to roll what system here. What?
1d0.
You're having trouble tonight.
I am. I don't know what the. 1D1000. That wouldn't be a good thing to type in. 78. So that's.
Wait, we were locked on.
Oh, it was. You were, weren't you?
So
And that's the engine. So.
goodbye, engines.
No.
But is it random with the torpedo
no,
itself?
No, because it's the
Oh,
Fire
'cause
Shrike.
it's the Fire Shrike. Wait, I thought the Fire Shrike was locked on too.
No,
No, she didn't do that.
They did lock on. They didn't do target system.
Okay.
So they did. They got the extra. That's why they had the extra pluses to hit.
Okay, no problem. I apologize. So random it was 78,
But,
whatever that is. It was engineering.
It is
It's the engines.
It is engines.
Nice.
You got lucky. So
Nice.
they take a penalty to their engines until their crew can fix up clear away the shit, which they can do. They have plenty of engineers for it.
Right.
All of a sudden,
and they're actually going to start putting people to that.
this giant tree starts erupting from the engines as these.
Well, it's not that a tree starts erupting. It's just we start seeing vines and
A ship that
foliage
takes
growing
damage
out
from
of
a
shit.
Spore
Okay,
weapon
I'm back.
immediately takes crit
Oh
damage.
my god, yay!
You shut down their engines with a giant vine monster.
Torpedo. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
The spore
He
torpedo.
hit both times.
Oh.
The spore torpedo
Okay.
hit, and he's got the
Jester.
Yeah.
A ship that takes damage from a spore weapon immediately takes critical damage. Note that this damage as spore damage, although it functions as normal critical damage.
No, I know. That's why
Okay.
I rolled to see what the crit damage was, and it was engines.
Okay. No, I just want to make sure.
And
now we don't have a spore torpedo to attack them with no more.
Alright, so and next Kivo gets to roll, or that wasn't it?
That wasn't at Kivo.
Yeah, that
That
wasn't
wasn't
at
a
Kivo.
Kivo.
But he also got he also got an extra roll, didn't he?
Yes, you got the.
Yeah. So, what else is on
There's the light laser cannon.
Okay. So, for 1d20 plus, see if he hits with the light laser cannon. That's 16, so
Nope.
that's not enough to hit, but they do take 9 more points of damage on the grit puller, which finally drops it below 100. All right, there's that. Now then, from there, that was the Fire Shrike, which was at the end of the end of your gunner rounds. So their gunnery round, they are going to fire their turret and their aft cannon, and they're going to attempt it. They were locking onto your weapon systems on the Spitfire, so that's what they're going to attempt to do. That's
Pretty sure that hits.
it hits, but it doesn't. It's not a crit, so it doesn't do that at least. All right. So,
God, can we have their gunner?
right? And so like maybe we see inside, we see a couple of guys getting in the gun, like in like the split screen of like two guys in their gunner seats, like firing. And there is the first one does 5 points of damage to your rear shields, and the second one does 5 more points of damage to your rear shields. So
Still
10 in
got
total.
the shields.
As the light firing off at you.
Wait, would that be aft or port?
Aft? Sorry.
Yeah,
Well,
I'm just
it's
making
your.
sure.
Yeah, it was kind of confusing for me too, so I decided to just call it rear.
All right.
Because I'm figuring that, either way, I mean, it could be port.
Either way, it would be the same result.
Yeah, it'd be the same either way. So just, whichever. And we are at a nice little cutoff point here. And it's midnight, so we'll have to continue this next week. But I will leave this as maybe what is the final shot? Maybe we get that thing where we get the final freeze frame shot of everybody as they're in the middle of battle, what their facial expressions are, what they're doing. And let's start. And what is the expression on Ezzy's face, since he's the most affected right here at the moment? He and Lysen are the first.
Probably.
What is the freeze frame of Ezzy in this moment?
It's probably, the Star Trek shaky cam holding onto the chair. Random console explodes.
Awesome.
Because
Yep.
our consoles are like the Federation, they're made of explodium.
Right. Awesome. Lysin, what does Lysin look like as we get like that freeze frame shot of Lysin?
She's just trying to keep her under control, gritting her teeth.
Yeah, so we get Lysin just like gritting her teeth with her hands on the console or the steering wheel or however the configuration is. Just awesome. What is Ashira's expression look? What is Ashira's freeze frame in this like moment as we drop into cliffhanger to next week?
Oh man, I don't know. Yeah. I don't know, man. I wasn't prepared for that. Just standing there with that her normal resting pissed off face, I guess. Probably playing with my knife because I'm always playing with my knife.
Right on, right on. Do you have like a cup of coffee like in your cup holder on your chair?
Of course. I have Wreck. They were nice enough. They threw me on a ship of people I didn't know, but at least they gave me Wreck, who makes my coffee.
Right, and he does. It's still the same quality that he always does. And what is Slef's freeze frame?
Slef, you just get a shot actually like from the back where you just see like both of his monitors and like one of them has like important diagnostics and then the other one has Tetris.
This whole time, this motherfucker's back there playing Galaga.
He's just like, I'm doing what I'm supposed to do, and I'm doing it well. Like, what's the fucking point?
God.
That guy over there is playing Tetris. Thought we wouldn't notice, but we did.
Yeah, thank you, Tony. Thank you, Tony.
And what is Zai's freeze frame here as we get ready to cut to end credits? I can't hear you.
Quit being muted.
I think he may be having issues.
Was having issues, but I'm back.
Your face is an issue.
The freeze frame is Zai has just finished taking a drink out of his flask and is passing it to Nurk.
Oh yeah. Awesome. Yeah. Just this is like Nurx has got her hand over like the back of her chair, reaching for it while she's got one hand on the controls. Nice. Awesome. And with that said, we have ran all the way to midnight my time, which is at most of us's time here. So we're gonna go ahead and
Brian for being up this late.
We're gonna leave this one off and if you want to see the exciting conclusion of this battle, or at least the exciting mid part of this battle, tune in next week, and we're gonna go ahead and give me your player's choice of votes and words are especially hard today. I don't know why. But give me your player's choice awards, and we'll start sign-offs, and we'll go ahead and we'll start with Brian.
Yeah, Brian, I played Lysin tonight, and really wish I was on the gunnery stage, but hey, they threw me as a pilot. Yeah, what can you do? Tuesdays, you can find me playing Elthana, the druid amongst these crazy misfits of plane hopping people. The Thursday is Legacy of Strandax. I don't want to keep saying legend, but where I play Hadra, the genie that's just trying to fit in, and any of the one shots that happen. And this Friday, barring no more complications health wise, I will be doing Steam and Magic. So stay tuned for that.
Awesome. Let's go to James.
Hi ho, friendolas. My name is James, otherwise known as Knightheart, and you have seen me here tonight playing Ezele Soraval, the sweetheart C-pop star with a heart of gold, back to being that, because bad Edsy is deadsy. Really needs a new crew, or at least a new gunner. Might steal one from the ship after we hijack it. You can find me here Tuesdays where I am the DM of Realms of Refuge, where They are a realm-hopping group of people who are currently in Waterworld, except not like the movie, because this one's actually fun, where they've been fighting elemental cults, including beating up a bunch of flying elves. Weird, huh? And then Thursdays I play Seifel, the Tibet Duskblade, who has been doing some politicking. He convinced a bunch of, what were they, Mike? Were they, what was it called? They were army deserters turned into brigands.
Yeah.
To go threaten some rich people so that he could get votes, so that he could get a piece of a cool sword. I will be there for Fridays, assuming no complications in Steam and Magic, where I play Dacian Meliscu, the Crixon Ranger duelist. That's real fun. Sometimes on Saturdays I'm there for Jesta's Grab Bag, where I think we're going to be doing Faulty Comics Presents this week, which will be fun. I'm going to be playing Glazier, a superhero who has control over glass. And then whenever we have Spark of Fate, which I was not there last time because I am the big dumb, but next time we have it, I will be there playing Marin Farcaller, the boring old human sorcerer with a not-so-boring fairy pretending to be a fruit bat named Zamzam. And every other Sunday, I am in Juxtaposed Hijinks, where I play Daggering Gilded Hand, the greatest of dwarven adventures, whose friend got smushed by a boulet, and now they have a fucking hobgoblin, and he almost got murdered to death by owlbear babies who just loved him. Like, literally, they almost hugged him to death. But, yeah, that's my overly long intro out of the way.
Awesome.
Hi, I'm Captain Zai. I play on Monday nights in the Fire Shrike. I'm a 6'4" Kasathan on Mondays, and that means I got 4 arms and I kind of look like Goro. I love this day. This is my favorite day of the week. All these guys make my Monday a lot more fun. Otherwise, I just sit home and play video games and wish I could be playing this instead. Sometimes on Saturdays, I play a couple of different people. I play the Sarasota Kid in our wrestling game. It's pretty cool. You should check it out. In our Apocalypse World game, I play Rita Throatrod, a pretty boy that likes to dress like a pretty girl and spank people. It's a lot of fun, and I play with Beef, and that's a lot of fun too.
Caught that.
Yeah. On that note, my friend Purple Codex sells t-shirts at tpublic.com. They're awesome and fantastic t-shirts. In fact, they are so great. Go ahead, James.
Purple Codex t-shirts and other types of merchandise. You can only find it on tpublic.com, where it is epically made, not ethically made.
I'm so sorry, TeePublic.
Don't be sorry.
I feel like they're gonna
TeePublic
sue
likes
me
free publicity.
someday, and I'm gonna be like, I fucking told them.
Hey, I'm just saying that their merchandise is epic.
But not ethical.
Who cares about
There
ethics?
is no ethical consumption under capitalism, okay?
Bum 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 ba-dum,
you
bum
feel worried.
bum bum bum
But
ba-dum,
with that note
bum.
out of the way, tonight's episode was brought to you by Bort's Booze and Bitches. It was food worth dying over. And also by Naughty Nina's Porn Emporium.
If you want it, then you need it. Alright, Naughty Nina's ding!
Right? Soon to open at King Kearney's Fantastic Palace in the core. With that all said, on to Purple Codex, who is also epic.
But not ethical.
Oh my god! Oh
Who's
my
like,
god!
Kill them all!
Ah. Oh my god.
That was so angsty.
Okay, I'm Purple. God, I can't even talk right now.
Oh, it's great.
Purple Codex. Jesus Christ, don't sue me, TeePublic, please. I don't have. Oh yeah, I do have a couple announcements. So if you guys are gonna order online and buy any popcorn from the Cub Scouts, I have to have those ordered by no later than October 11th. So if you're gonna do it, you have to do it online at the site down below.
No, which is 3 days from now.
3 days from now, yes. I would prefer have them in by the 10th, but you know, And then also I still have, I'll be streaming tomorrow morning for probably Magic for a little bit. That I got some ARC stuff to do. But I do have 5 arena codes left for Eldraine, the new set. For each code will get you 6 packs, but it's only 1 code per account. So I'll be giving away these. If I can't get rid of them tonight, they will be in my hand tomorrow. So what else? I don't know. I think that's it. I'm here every Monday night with these guys. I very rarely call in sick. I think I've missed maybe 2 sessions.
Though she has tried to get out of at least 4.
Listen, if I have a migraine or I'm tired, I do try. But I always come around. I was sick and could barely talk one night, and I still streamed it. Did I not?
Yep.
Great.
Yep.
Yeah.
True.
As we said, she is epically made.
So anyway, yeah. And then 10 a.m. tomorrow's stream actually is probably only go to like 10 to 3 because I have some stuff to do with the boy out after school. So yeah, I will see you tomorrow. That's it. That's all I got.
Awesome. I still need your Player's Choice Award.
Oh yeah.
And we will take it to Mike. Slef. Mike.
Hello, everybody. My name is Mike, also known as Win 5 Get 1 Free. You can catch me on Monday nights like you just did, playing Slef, the lovable rat man who is just too good at his job and just doesn't really care. You know, when the cards are down on the table, he's not as excited as whenever the cards are down on the table. You can also catch me on Tuesdays where I get to play Tifta Libre, the sweet little cinnamon bun who's about to be a starship captain. Put on the Bowie, everybody. You can catch me on Thursdays where I run Legacy of Stramdex, where we are going to have episode 2 of the 2-part series of Fear and Loathing on the Campaign Trail. Potentially 3-part series? I don't know. It's going to be something, just depending on how quick the players do it. Where they recently made a gnome have pants that were incredibly brown. You can guess why. You can catch me on Fridays where I play Steam, where I'm in Steam and Magic as Angus McGillicuddy.
I play Steam. He is Steam.
I am. Hello. Yes, my name is Steam.
Hi,
Pleasure.
this is Gabe Newell.
Get your wallet out, motherfuckers.
Oh my God, anyway.
You can catch me where I'm playing Angus McGillicuddy, the mean troll boy who still doesn't have armor. Again, great choice on my part. Catch me on Saturdays where I'm going to be a part of several games. You can catch me on my Black Box Theaters wherever I'm things. You can catch me whenever I'm playing Beef, whenever I'm playing Scorch Marker, whenever I'm playing Eastern Bloc, depending on what Justice Grab Bag, and where I am playing Yika Yika on Saturday nights, every other Saturday night on Spark of Fate. I would like to offer a formal apology to our fans, by the way, for not being there. I was incredibly tired from helping my friend move, and I fell asleep, and that was no bueno. And rounding it off, you can catch me every other Sunday, where I was playing Lenny Achilles, but Lenny Achilles went the way of many adventurers and became part of a, what do they call? Belay? Became part of a belay's digestive system and will one day become fertilizer.
We killed the belay, though, so...
That's right, so now it's just gonna sit in there. Yeah.
How does that make you feel?
You know what? Lenny is now at least at one with something. Now I'm playing Dag Crookweight. I know I got an accent. It's not dog, it's Dag. Yeah, he's a hobgoblin rogue who's definitely a ton of fun.
Scared of owlbears, though.
Well, let's be real. Who in their right mind isn't scared of owlbears? Okay, they got big beaks, they got sharp claws, they're just murder machines. What
But
the
the
fuck do you
babies.
expect? Yeah, I don't care if they're babies. They can smother me, slash me, or kill me. A baby is still dangerous, and you can quote me on that.
Yeah, you're not wrong, actually.
So for the channel, you can catch us if you are watching on the YouTubesphere. You can catch us on the Twitchiverse over at twitch.tv/pairodicetheater. No, twitch.tv/pair_o_dice_theater.
You look like you're having Tourette's attacks.
I'm having a hard time here, folks. You can catch us if you're watching on the Twitchosphere over to YouTubeverse at youtube.com/parodicetheater. You can also catch us on Twitter for scheduling and hot memes for at Pair Theater, PAIRTHEATER, and you can catch me on SoundCloud at ThatHoon, soundcloud.com/ThatHoon, all caps. And that's me.
Jesus Christ.
I
Do
know.
you want to post your entire fucking resume?
Hey, I have to do the plugging for this whole channel, and I'm in every game on this channel, okay?
You are
It's
way
tough!
stretched too thin. You need a
He's
vacation.
He does a
Yes.
hey, he does a lot. Awesome.
I feel so
That-
not significant.
Whoa!
Hey, everybody, hey,
You have made
no,
me cry officially.
No. See, everybody here is important. All right, I just want everybody to know everybody here is important.
We're all
good.
special.
Starfinder doesn't have participation trophies. Suck it up, Buttercup.
Hey.
Yes, they do. That's
But
our
this
extra
shit-
that we get.
God damn it.
Anyway, so
Never mind.
that brings it back to me. And as for that, no participation trophies,
Fantastic.
we do have a Player's Choice Award winner here,
Oh, God.
and the Player's Choice Award winner tonight is Ezzy. Ezzy, give yourself an extra
Ezzy.
300 experience points. Regular session experience points, as normal, are suspended during battles because battle experience points tends to be pretty chunky. So when you guys finish this battle, you should get you should be able to get some XP out of that. But we still do the player's choice, no matter what. That said, I am the Jesta King Zaraht. You can catch me here on Pairodicetheater on Monday nights, also on Purple Codex, because it's dual streamed. For those of you who didn't know, it's streamed on 2 channels because we got to hit as many people as possible. It's awesome. You can also catch me here on Tuesday nights doing it Drunken Bird style with Pitiful, the Kenku Drunken Monk, and sometimes being the bright burning center of a bad flame in Jamesh, the Fire Genocide Eldritch Warrior. You can also catch me here also on Saturday nights because sometimes I'm
Sorry, that was Connor.
that was fantastic. Because sometimes you can catch me here for Spark of Fate, where I play Grunum, the Gut Fisher, the Tundra Orc Barbarian, who just seems to fucking just tear shit apart. And you can also catch me running Justice Grab Bag, where I run a number of things, such as Flesh and Fire, Faulty Comics Presents, and Legion Class Wrestling, which are all kinds of fun. You've got the post-apocalyptic, you've got the superheroes, and you've got wrestling. So, craziness. With that said, this has been Fire Shrike for Monday night, and we will give a RIP Fern and get the hell out of here.
R.I.P. Fern!